Awesome.
Hey,
and Danny's already
awesome.
here. Sweet.
Danny, what's up, boy?
What's up, Danny?
I don't even care.
It's good to be back. I hate taking any time away because I get major FOMO. I feel like you all have like the best conversations when I'm not there, and then when I'm back, everyone's like, "You had to be there, bro." And I just
all I know is last week was unusually fun. It was just wow.
Yeah.
Right?
That was
Yeah.
one thing.
You missed the
well.
whole. You missed the whole.
thing.
Like we had. Remember that celebrity came into the show last episode, the last stream, like just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We had
Which celebrity?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Yeah.
what? No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
I missed
you missed
Reeves.
Wait, really?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He gave away free autographed copies of Berserker. I got one. It was great.
Oh man.
He was autographing with his penis. He just like
Right.
stuck the stuck-
Oh man.
He is.
Oh.
I
Would
asked
you
for
rather-
DNA, he just licked and put a little bit on it. He just, you know?
It's like an ink dip
Put
quill.
a little bit on there.
Would you rather have a Berserker signed by Keanu Reeves or a Berserker signed by Matt Kent if you had to choose?
Matt Kent.
Like with their dicks, or
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Dick
That
stamped.
really
Would you
doesn't
rather
matter.
a dick stamped comic from Keanu or Matt?
I go with Keanu still.
Wow.
I'm a
Keanu
big Matt
or
fan.
who?
Or Matt Kent, the guy who wrote it.
Okay. Yeah. Keanu.
I think I'd also go Keanu, and that's not a strike against Matt Kent.
Not at all.
I'm a fan, but come on, it's Keanu Reeves. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mac has been on our show. Like we've talked to Matt. Like Matt is now.
we've gotten our Matt fix.
Yeah. The mythology of Matt Kent is kind of like now he's human.
Does he look kind of like Clancy Brown? I feel like he kind of looks like Clancy Brown. I would cast Clancy to play him in a movie
Nice. I like that.
for sure.
What were you gonna say, Nick? I felt like you had your hand up.
Oh.
St. Nicholas.
Me? Oh no, I didn't have my hand up. I was just reaching for something.
It's because
I was
you
like,
didn't use the right terminology. You got to say Saint Nicholas.
I was waiting. I was
He
like,
doesn't respond.
is he doing a bit? Do I have to say St. Nicholas? I'll say it. I don't
No,
Have you
sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second, but
We're back. Technology issues. That's fine. We get them every episode. Matt
Yeah.
Kent, let's not talk shit about him because I'm reading him right now. I'm reading. Lee loaned me the 3 absolute editions of Mind MGMT.
Oh
Did you
my
say
god,
let's
it's so
not
good.
talk shit about him?
Yeah, let's not talk shit about him because
Nobody
he
was
doesn't
talking
deserve
shit
it.
about him. Don't say that. What if like, just now? Like nobody was talking shit about him.
He's gonna
No, I
think that
heard
we
it.
talked.
We're like, he's the
Dude,
worst
I just-
writer. Yeah.
I just
Oh, no.
prefer Keanu's dick.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
We all do.
In fact,
Let's be honest,
forget about the stamp on the comic. Just stamp on me.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I might be a little uncomfortable with that. But also like I'll take it, right? It would be like,
Fuck-
can you do
fuck,
the comic? And then it's like on my face. Oh. I guess that's cool too.
I'll
Yeah,
be
you know,
back,
that's-
guys. My eyes just started like leaking. My eyes just started crying without emotion. So I'll be back.
I'm just,
Oh
You
no.
know,
we were like
Hey,
5 minutes out of work.
hey, Danny.
We're-
Danny boy. Danny M.
Danny M.
Like I'm gonna pretend like there's no delay and he's actually ignoring me. Danny, why would you not listen to me? Miracle Man.
Yo.
I have not heard from you in a little bit.
I know, man. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, where have you been?
I've it's been a real gym bag full of nickels kind of year so far, man.
Oh man, not one of those. Not a gym bag full of nickels.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Yeah, it's like has anybody taken like a sock full of quarters and like
Stuck a dick in it?
What?
all the way in your
Oh,
rectum
never mind. Oh.
so far that like when you fart, it's like you're the change machine at the old arcades.
That's right.
That's what my year's been like so
Yeah.
far. It's not been great.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm here.
Things
I'm
to
hanging out.
Google later.
I'll send you some pictures.
Things to do later.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Fart Nichols. All right.
Hey,
Hey, Reed.
seriously, though, Miracle Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm glad you're here with us.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that being here with us is always the best part of your life, but now it's like
It is.
really, really the best part, right?
It is absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely
Fuck yeah. No, but
the
seriously,
best people
man.
to hang out with.
That's
Love you,
nice.
bro.
I promise I'm not crying from emotion. I'm crying because my body wants to right this second. Like my eyes just started streaming and I'm like, I don't know how to make this stop, so I think I'm just gonna be crying the rest of the stream with happiness.
That happens with me a lot with but it's usually mucus from my nose.
We should
Oh,
cover a
shit.
sad topic.
I swear I'm not sad, guys.
This is now I should make all the apologies because I'll seem really genuine.
Right?
Yeah, I think I have the exact opposite thing. Like, I can't remember the last time I've actually like cried legit. It's really
I can't
weird.
remember the last time I felt emotion. So maybe with your and my powers combined, we could be a full-on
Well, equal.
sociopath.
Hey, wait.
Oh.
You know Louis Anderson, was it? Yeah, Louis Anderson died today.
Yeah.
Didn't Meatloaf
wow.
die?
So did Meatloaf.
Yeah.
And
I think it
Meatloaf
was the
from-
big guys.
Oh no.
I think it was from
Yeah.
COVID, wasn't it?
He did. He died because he refused to get vaccinated. And you know
Yeah.
what? I hate to
Wait,
say
which
it,
one?
might be a
Which
little
one?
too
I know.
soon.
I know what you're gonna say, but
Wait,
Come
who died because
Meatloaf.
of
Meatloaf.
Oh, Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we finally found out what he would not do for love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey-o.
I've seen that more than once. Yeah.
He would not get vaxxed.
Shut up.
let me
shut up,
slip
dude.
on it.
If it wasn't a fucking rock star dude of your childhood, you wouldn't give a fuck. Don't,
That's true.
Don't give a shit about Meatloaf.
I like
I love
3
Meatloaf. It's
Meatloaf
delicious.
songs.
You like 3 of his songs?
I like 3 of his songs. I know 3 of his songs, and I like all of them. But like
Bad out
the
of hell.
song "Love" by the
Paradise by the
Dashboard,
Dashboard Light. Yeah.
"Paradise" by the Dashboard Light. That song is great. Like I listen to that whole song, and I'm actively listening to the whole song because it changes. It goes through like 3 different phases.
Do you know
What
where I
is it?
first heard that song? Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Do you know where I first heard that song?
Where?
The Josie and the Pussycats movie.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
It's so great. I would recommend that. That's one of the best comic book movies of all time. Here we go. Tribute.
There we are.
Listen to the words.
Walking by the lake and there was not another car inside.
Careful. That DMCA software is pretty strong.
Get any better than you did.
If somebody ever played that, I would die. If someone said
It's a parody though. Like if you listen to the words as it continues, it's funny. It's a funny song.
if
like,
I keep
sincerely.
playing it, we're gonna get demonetized. So,
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Is remuted on purpose or? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did not want you to suffer audio wise, just visually.
Oh, you were singing it?
Yeah.
If somebody
So
had
good
said, "Hey, I'm gonna play a song for you," and I need you to be able to tell me, not even who sings it. If they said, "Is this Meatloaf or not?" and if you get this wrong, I will kill you. I would die if someone played that. I'm like, no, not Meatloaf. No fucking way.
Muggsy, you fucking hit the nail on the head. That's how I feel right this moment. I swear I'm not sad. I'm just gross.
Yeah.
Danny.
Little comic book related information with Meatloaf. Everybody knows his Bat Out of Hell album. The illustration was by Richard Corbin.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I didn't know that.
Corbin.
His follow-up album, Dead Ringer, the illustration was done by Bernie Wrightson.
Who?
What?
Wait.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Stop it.
Okay, we're gonna have to tell Robo who these people are because I can tell
Bernie
from his.
fucking Ryson.
I'm
You
serious.
may have to tell me too.
Bernie's the fucking Jam Man Ryson. Jesus
The German bear with the planet.
Wow, the
so-
disrespect for Bernie Wrightson. That cuts me to the core right there.
I'm hype.
Miracle,
I'm the guy
how
that
would you-
doesn't. I'm the guy that doesn't know stuff. Okay?
Yeah, Miracle, because we all know clearly who those two artists are. Can you just give us a brief for anyone that doesn't know in the chat that are like dumb
For me.
dumbs?
Right, like new people who've never
Start
heard
with
of
Corbin.
comics and such. So you want me to start with Corbin, or do you want me to start with Wrightson?
Corbin.
All right. Corbin died not too long ago. I want to say he was like 80 years old when he passed away. Oh no, backwards. No.
I was gonna say Smash Pumpkins guy. Like, no, it can't be him.
Corbin. Corbin died. Yeah, he was like 80 when he passed away. Corbin did like a lot of the Warren stuff, so Creepy, Eerie, Vampirella, all those covers there. Let me see if I can find you a good illustration that some of his stuff. You'll see, and it's some of the most popular stuff of those covers. Very specific. It was a painted style. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna get you a good link here. I actually tossed into the chat. There's the Bernie Wrightson, and then the link to the Richard Corbin image that you can see there. Unfortunately, there's some articles attached to them, so I don't know if you want to show those, but but Corbin was known. He used to do like really. It was pretty stylized stuff.
Wow.
This here is one of my favorites.
Is that a Bernie Wrightson?
There's the look down right down there, 1981. Look at that. Look at this guy.
I almost had it.
Yeah, so Wrightson, I mean, he did Swamp Thing.
He did Batman, didn't he?
He might have worked on some Batman. That's definitely not what he's known for.
The Dark Wrightson. Never mind.
But yeah, Corbin did like a bunch of Dark Horse stuff. He did some Vampirella stuff for Dynamite. I think he did some stuff with Metal Hurlant, which was the Mobius book in France.
That was the predecessor to Heavy Metal magazine.
Right. He did a bunch of movie posters too, if I remember right. Like weird movies, not like movies anybody's seen. But Wrightson, he had a real long career, did a lot of horror stuff, worked for everybody: Chaos, DC, Eclipse, Image, Fantagraphics. I mean, you name it. Wrightson did.
He did Lady Death.
I don't. Well, the main Lady Death illustrator back in the day was Stephen Hughes. So like during the Chaos era, that was all Stephen Hughes stuff, which is why she had that very stylized look. Wrightson's definitely definitely best remembered for his Swamp Thing stuff. I think he was co-creator actually.
Oh damn.
Let me double check. Yeah, co-creator. Yeah.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
What's up? Fox, be hungry, be naughty. Listen to us in your pocket. We'll be super behaved. We won't even jump out and set fires today.
We're right next to Foxby Hungry's dick. Just telling you.
I make no
Jesus
promises.
Christ.
That's awesome.
Right? Fox.
Wait, everyone at the same time. How does that feel?
I just not got it. I was half listening and trying to look at something, and I was like, and then I see Bumblebee Tuna, right? So I see Bumblebee Tuna in the chat, and then I missed the first part of the group. I hear, bzzz. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That's not, no. It means your balls are out.
This is daily life with ADHD, just in case anyone's wondering. That's normally how it goes. Yeah. There's an arrow pointing to it. It was awesome.
Did I see our man M3 Writer is watching on Twitch?
Yeah,
oh, sweet.
Writer.
Nice.
That just means that Dane hasn't started his stream yet.
That's all that.
But you know what? While you're here, we enjoy your presence, M3.
That's right. We love having
you. So, do you want me to? I got a big stack. That's what's up. I
freaking love cum.
Oh my god.
Freaking love cum.
Man.
Head
Is this
over
what
to
you guys
IFL
envisioned for the show? I freaking love
Come.
Yeah.
That's what we're rolling with now, right?
Nice.
Jack of Hearts with the Dick House.
This is very. Oh, let's see the Dick House. There.
Yeah.
There it is. Ooh.
Yeah.
There it is.
Right.
This is
There's a style of Jack of Hearts that every time I don't see it, I'm a little disappointed. And it's what spawned me breaking out into song and singing Dick House. And it's because there was a notch at the bottom of the base of the shaft. And so it was like an arrow, like we get the joke, arrow pointing to the dick, but then there was like a little door at the bottom. And every time I don't see the door, I'm a little sad.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
I hear you. I hear you.
When one
It's
door
actually-
closes, another door opens.
Oh, check this shit out. Check this shit out. Dane
Let's
started his stream already,
Wow.
What?
but
Wow.
Him?
What?
Three.
Right there. Respect right
Shit.
there.
I'm not going to tell him if you don't.
And here's the thing, like,
You know
if you went and watched Dane's show, I wouldn't even blame you. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. If I wasn't on this, I'd be watching that too.
That's pretty fucking entertaining. That's good. That's good. You know, it's that Boricua, that Borinqueño loyalty.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So I got a big stack here, and I kind of wanted to go over it first, if that's all right.
Show us
And
your fat stack.
Show us
Yes.
your stack.
there's some hearts of. Oh,
Show
you'll
us.
see. You'll see. So,
There you go.
Jesus
Yeah, consent
Christ,
from everyone, I think.
nobody told me about this. Nope. Oh my God, jeez. Oh wow. Getting
I'm
all-
telling you, man.
When I said I was
You
glad
okay?
that you were bumming it out too.
Just
Yeah.
shave it off. You need to stop
Yeah.
worrying about it.
You got to stop
Think
fetishizing
good.
bald people. All right.
You're right, I do,
Mm.
but you still should shave it off.
Two things can
Or
be
fa-
true,
or-
Judah.
Or fetishize harder. Don't stay the
That's
same.
right.
Or fetishize harder. That's true.
That's
I got my polls this week, and I was super excited about this event. This 10 lives of Wolverine. So got
Heyo.
this here, and I'm not a big variant cover guy, but come on, Weapon X cover. How do I resist? And then
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hulk 181 cover again. How do I resist? You know what I mean? Like
dope.
it's
So
just
fun.
the variants were outrageous today, and you'll see I kind of went like uber nuts with the Surfer variants. So check this out. She-Hulk's back. She's back in her kind of original
Nice.
aesthetic. She's
not
shrunk down a
Savage
little bit,
She-Hulk anymore.
and she's not savage. She's sensational again. And this title, this is amazing. This first issue, totally loved it. But one thing really stood out to me, and I'm just going to show a spoiler. So this is a comic spoiler. You've had days. Check this out. Check this out. Who's that? Who's that guy right there?
He's
Oh
a
shit, is that
dick.
Jack of Hearts?
Somebody with
Wow.
a dick arrow.
Jack of
What?
Hearts is back, and he does not have a dick house. I thought that was strange, but it's still nice to see him. He
Yeah,
still
you know
got-
what?
still-
It's not him. It's a
It's not-
it's a variant
It's a
dick art.
I just thought that was kind of cool. And that's not it. So I'll get to it, but we got Silver. So I got Silver Surfer Rebirth. I had to. He's my favorite superhero, and I got all the variants. But when I was looking on Twitter, Ron Mars.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wow.
Sorry, I was on a different browser.
Now keep going.
Wow.
It
I was jamming to that.
Sorry. I gotta make sure that's
Ron posted the solicitations for the other covers, and Jack of Hearts is actually on the cover of like issue number 3 or something. So we're actually living in a time when Jack of Hearts is going to be featured in 2 current titles, which is just crazy. It's been decades. So
Jack of Hearts is going to be on at least up into She-Hulk number 3. At least.
and then I got this cover, and then I also got this cover right here. And then I got these 2 bad boys as well. And then
Nice.
there's an E and an F cover that I couldn't find that I ordered from another shop, so that's on its way. But I can't help
Hell
myself.
yeah.
It's Silver Surfer.
yeah.
So I'm still trying with this. This is probably the worst thing from Donny Cates I've ever read, and it's still not my fave. Like it's not getting any better for me. But I don't know why. I might drop if the next issue is not good. I'm just dropping it. That's just I can't be reading shitty titles. Or, excuse me, not great titles. So. This, on the other hand, is freaking awesome. Jerry Dugan's tie-in with Devil's Reign with X-Men. This is a very Emma Frost-centric title, as you can see, and anyone who's a fan of Emma Frost, 100% going to love this. She's, like, awesome in it, so definitely a recommend.
How do you not love a superheroine who fights in her underpants? Like, literally, she's wearing her underwear and, like, a mink stole, and then she goes into battle like that.
How do you not love that?
How do you not love that? How do you not love that?
So this, I was hesitant to get this because it's like they even says right down here, Batman begin. It's like another origin of Batman, which I'm like, are they trolling us now? But I got it anyway because I'm a pay pig for Batman, and that's just an unfortunate quirk of mine. But I got it. I read it. It's not what you think. it's actually really cool. And I don't know how to explain it in a convincing way, just telling you, but it's really good. There's no pearls. There's none of the tropes of like Batman Year One. It's actually before he's Batman, but after his parents die, and it's like him as a kid, like beating up bullies and shit. It's actually just like cool. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
The night, but it's him as like post-death.
But he's not the Dark Knight. He's just a knight. He's a knight.
Boy.
Yeah.
Child soldier, in other words.
So this is super relevant to IFLC right now because we just spoiler alert, we just interviewed Ryan Parrott. That'll be dropping sometime in the next few days.
Yeah.
But this is the
nice.
nicest guy, like literally.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool event right now going on with Power Rangers, and then had to get this. Had no choice.
Dope. Yeah, dope.
Yep. Haven't read it. Haven't read it yet, but probably after this stream.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
This is one of the best series going right now. Definitely a huge recommend.
Haven't read that. What's that?
It's so it's Jeff Lemire, and it's about animals that got sent out to space, and that's probably the most I can tell you. But Robo, just for Robo, it does have some sad animal stuff.
Okay.
Well, sad is not the problem. Does it have any graphic sadness?
No graphic sad.
Right.
Just emotion.
Off-screen sadness.
I would literally be like, oh, and then the dog, and then fucking blood starts coming out. So I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Do you consider raw emotion laid bare to be graphic? Because if you do, then
No. Well, so check this out. Fun fact. There is a famous Futurama story. I'm not even kidding. There's a famous Futurama episode in which the dog that what's his face leaves behind when he goes forward, he goes back, misses him, Fry, and at the end of the episode, it goes through a thing that shows what the dog did, and he stayed at the spot that Fry disappeared.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. That was sad.
I will never fucking watch that episode. I never have, and I never fucking will, because I will fucking bawl like a fucking child.
Isn't that the same dog that gets turned into coal, and Bender has to like swim through lava to get?
I don't know.
It's been I haven't watched it in years.
My wife could answer it. My wife.
My wife. Hey, before I let Judah keep going, I just want to give a quick shout out to John's Comics with Kids. What's up?
Hey, friend.
Cypher, what's up?
Oh
Nathan.
shit! I see it.
Nathan, what's up?
Sorry.
Ethan, hello.
Hey there, guys. One quick question: what shirt does Judah wear now? Full screen. Thanks. Did we show that already?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yep, we did all that. All right, sweet. And what was the other one I was gonna show off? Oh yeah, this guy. I have a question for yours, guest. Did you think there would be so much dick talk in the first 20 minutes?
I was hoping for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Frankly,
We're all about enthusiasm.
I'll be honest with you. Every time I'm on this show, I try to get a good 5-10 minutes of dick talk at the beginning, and normally they're successful at stopping me. So I'm glad they fell for it this time.
Like you do shots of dick talk and then chill on like a nice beer of dick talk for the rest of the hour.
Right. Good though, like Danny does something. Danny brings a certain energy to the chat. Hey Danny, I asked you before and you didn't answer me. I'm gonna pretend not to be insulted. Do you want to come on the show right now? Second thing is he brings like energy where it's like we always kind of go off the rails because at least 3 of us here have severe ADHD. And not even kidding. And it goes to anal every time, butt stuff every time. And we haven't.
Nice.
Ree promised me more butt stuff discussion here, so that's mainly why I'm here.
The butt stuff is on its way.
Danny will be here shortly.
All right, that's all I want to know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Judah. Go ahead.
There's always time for dick and butt.
Right.
So I'm still reading this and I'm still really liking it. I recommend it to everyone because I'd love to be able to talk about it with people.
Who's unzipping?
That was me. Sorry.
Jeffrey Toobin time.
I realized how that came across. My bad.
Somebody loves the Eternals. And then this is still crazy and good. And I don't know if Robo and Ree remember, but a long time ago we talked about Marvel Comics 1000, and they had all that Masked Raider shit. It's finally paying off. It's finally paying off here in this Al Ewing Defenders
Yeah,
run.
it's
So.
a fucking cosmic mass thingy thing.
That finally
And
tell
then-
us who he is, huh?
And then this is a birthday present from my papa, because he knows I'm collecting this this run. So
Oh shit!
number
Very
6.
So-
Nice.
We're
That's
about to
nice.
embarrass you. I think we should all sing for Judah because it was his
Oh,
birthday
please
this week.
don't. No.
1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
dear
Judah.
Judah.
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
Thank you,
I
guys.
think personally, guys, I think we nailed it.
That was surprisingly in sync, by the way.
Was
I'm
it?
glad we spent
Yeah.
hours rehearsing that.
Yeah, it was like it was almost at the same time, which is
I'm not gonna lie,
strange
I was so
for
nervous I almost puked, but
StreamYard.
we did.
We should go on tour.
We
for
finished
free.
Robo's sweating and he's
The StreamYard singers, yeah. Like I don't know if that's
this scarred myself.
I'm trying to tell my beautiful wife, you should start an account called Maneater. And she goes, yeah, I'm gonna. And she keeps popping in.
Oh,
Doxed.
You're getting
Hola.
doxxed again.
Hola.
There she is.
How you doing, Mylene? So pretty, so beautiful. How do you get a hot wife, Robo? Can you just do a little segment on that real quick?
Yeah, just be a douchebag, you know?
Be a beta bro.
Yeah, you know, be Sigma Alpha Omega.
Be a stick. Get on that Sigma male grind set.
Yeah,
But-
Sigma Male grind set.
I
All I
can't
know
express to you
is
how
one thing.
funny that.
But in
phrase
your
is
Twitter
to me.
in your Tinder profile, don't have it say looking for a hot wife because you're asking for something actually different than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
You guys not know what that is? A
No.
hot wife is a porn category, and it's a guy filming his wife with another guy.
Oh,
Yes.
that's just
Yes.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called a hot wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Robo's like, yeah. I'm a cuck. Yeah.
Excuse me, I gotta do some editing that's unrelated to this. I swear.
Are we gonna hear a
Hey-o.
zipper sound again? Is that what's about to happen?
Oh man, I have one. I just never use it. Oh, is that the account? What is she talking about?
Yeah, the account. I knew what she was talking about, but I was trying to figure out if there was a way we can make it funny. I was like, no, she's I'm not
Vibrator.
still, right?
Jeez.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
By the way, I have not stopped crying this entire time. So if someone else can talk about their comic stack, did you get through your whole stack, Judah? Birthday boy?
Yeah, that's it. And then I started Googling airplane porn because that was the thing that I had found out about a few weeks ago. So don't mind me.
I worry
How
about
old-
it sometimes.
How old did
Yeah.
you turn this week?
I'm getting younger.
Yeah. We have a category in our Discord called art that I mistakenly labeled NFSW because I mean we should show dick and breasts and stuff, right?
You
And-
labeled it NSFW because I was posting nudes in there constantly.
maybe.
Can we?
I think you should be able to, right? This is just,
Our
Yeah.
Discord's about to blow up right now, by the way.
Can we circle back
Well, I
around
just-
to the airplane porn real quick?
no. We're getting there. No, this is it. This circle will end at airplane porn. So if
Okay.
it comes free and there's like this like beautiful sapphic porn, like maybe like some pussy eating, like it's porn, but it's like still like really fucking awesome art or something. It's like great. It's great. And then Judah comes in with some fucking Rule 34 giant Hulk smooching like cum everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like somebody else was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Somebody else was like, hey, well, we can post nudity here. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's art. So NSFW, just make sure it's in here. And here comes fucking Judah with airplane porn. Like different types of airplane with giant tits and they're fucking and stuff. I'm like, Judah, I'm going to need you to get help. I'm going to need you to get serious.
It is
Don't
worth
invite-
seeing. It is.
Don't invite me
It
into
is
that
worth
space.
Don't.
I would
All
like.
I
I
wanna
would
know
like.
is-
Yeah.
How am I not on that part of the channel? I don't see. I'm going through right now.
It's just
Robo,
Look at the airplane
Robo
porn.
thought he was dissuading people with the giant Hulk dick and the airplane porn. But
That was a selling point.
That's
That
a
was a
sales
selling
pitch.
point. I'm not even gonna
It
lie.
was, I,
what? You don't like art? Or do you just not like me?
I'm trying
Danny
to think
from
like,
Next Issue Podcast. Welcome to the show.
welcome,
You guys said
Danny.
Hello.
dick so many times that it summoned me.
Yeah.
Could you do a airplane Chen impression?
Works for me
like,
too.
what would she sound like if there's like a Boeing 747 with titties? What does she sound like? Can someone do the
Lots
voice?
of great quotes on this show so far.
Yeah.
Check out my titties.
I thought she would have a muffled like airplane
Oh,
announcer
that's what
voice. Like
I
she'd be
think.
like,
What did I miss?
like one of those.
Come
Like
on,
that?
everyone. If I might, Kevin. Yeah,
We can do anal. We can do
Yep.
anal. Thank you.
Oh, okay. It's called Robo. If you want to look it up, some of it's SFW. So just look up.
if I want to look it up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you want to look up. Fuck, what's it called again?
Oh my god.
God damn it, this is frustrating. I have to go
I
through.
bet you if I Google fuck what's it called again, is gonna be airplanes with titties on it.
Rhea, I cannot wait till you visit because we're gonna have comments like this every day. We already do.
Yeah.
We already do.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I look up airplane porn, it's gonna fucking come up.
No, the name doesn't come up, but
Yeah, that's it right here. Gotcha. You ready? You ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Let me make sure. Oh wow, there's real airplane porn. Wow, there's a whole genre of real
This is-
airplane porn.
Are you
this is
gonna
kind of what I was. This is kind of what I was talking about.
No, that's exactly what I'm about to put up.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
No, people deserve better than that. Hold on a second.
yeah, people deserve better than that.
Oh, I thought it was
We
like
need 4K.
I thought you
I'm
were talking about
frustrated I
when the
can't come up with a
airplanes
joke for
fuel,
that right now. Give me a minute.
when the
What'd you
airplanes
say,
refuel
Danny?
in the air, and then the hose comes out of one
Oh.
and it goes into the other. I thought that's what you were talking about.
And
Like an
she's
air
"Oh,
refueling,
yeah?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
like an air refuel. Yeah. Oh
Get
fuck
shut
yeah.
down, like, hey, your channel's been deleted because you showed a Boeing fucking an F-16.
Are you putting it up? Are you about to put it up?
Yeah, right here.
All right, let's see.
Jesus Christ.
Mamma mia. Holy shit.
Oh man.
Mummy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyone in this chat,
Oh,
anyone
yeah.
in this chat, or anyone on this panel who can look me dead in the eyes and say that they would never masturbate to that is a filthy fucking liar. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is this like official Navy?
Guys,
wear,
right,
like,
guys?
PR?
Right, guys?
Right? Right.
There's a
Right,
there's a
like,
mile
you're
high
liars,
club,
right?
but I
If
can't.
I get one
I
person
can't
to
put
agree
into
with
words.
me, oh my God.
Nick, I was trying to do the same thing for what it's worth. And then I also had the
God.
thought of like, if I was going to board her, which bit would I want to sit inside?
There we go.
And I think I want to sit inside the titty, one of the titties.
It looks so
Yeah.
pillowy and shiny.
No, I'm 100% in the forehead, that space between the eyes. If she crashes, literally the center of gravity, it's all like feet and tits. That's hitting the ground. Anybody in those areas are not surviving. The last place to hit the ground will be at the lowest velocity.
Here I was thinking you were going to say something like the sexiest part of a woman is the brain, but you had all this logistical reasoning around your survival rate. Oh shit. Should we talk about comics? Who else wants to show comics?
Yeah, I'll show my comics. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, someone enlarged. So right now is where the fuck is my comic at? What the fuck? I'm reading.
Have you checked your butthole? No.
No, nothing there.
Sure.
So,
Did you just do a bald nose smell?
No. God, no.
no.
Ball hands.
Where the fuck is my goddamn fucking? Oh, I think I left it outside. Anyways, King Conan. If you're not reading it, fucking read it. Awesome start, like a typical Conan start. I would show you, but it's like there, and it's way too far for me to walk. So the first one, it almost lost me because it was like typical Conan stuff, which is like not super. I don't know. It sounds stupid, right? But it's like, okay, yeah, I got it. So he's awesome, and he fucking kills bad guys. But then you figure out he's having some like dad moments, and I realized books have to be a little bit relatable to me. I'm old as fuck, but a son who's about to be an adult, and now I'm reading King Conan, and I'm like, yeah. That's pretty much exactly the relationship I have with my son. I hope he doesn't grow up to be a little bitch and doesn't kill people. Doesn't learn how to kill people. I also bought this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So there was a
So they're continuing that.
a cover between this one and another one where he's like super anime yoked. And I couldn't even the guy who was at my LCS, he's like, well, you can have one of these. I'm like, oh, just one. And I went with this one because I think it's
Nice.
No,
That's-
don't limit me.
That's baby.
Who does that cover? Who's the artist?
Yeah, I don't know. It's someone with who thinks they're clever by signing their stuff with like this weird symbol. And I'm like, well, no one's gonna know who you are. You fucking sign it like that. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's Symbol Johnny Symbol. Yeah. He's the best.
Good old Johnny
I think the
Big
cover
fan,
is
big
for me
fan.
to see here. I'm dumb as fuck. He's from Oak. Yeah, that's why they're yes. That's Pete from Moco. All right.
Doesn't look like typical Peach Momoko stuff.
I
Like
mean,
it
it's
looks
just
like
cover artists, but I thought all these were. I thought most of these were.
I thought they were all Peach Momoko. Just strange style for that one.
Oh, okay. Then you got the. I wouldn't know because they list them all. So it's one of these listed under variant artists.
It's probably Carrie Andrews.
Yeah,
I
Carrie
recognize
Andrews.
The other ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the guy who does the squiggly thing.
Yeah.
Then I got Wastelander's Black Widow.
Hell yeah.
How good is that, dude?
Haven't read it yet.
So
It's
good.
So fucking good.
Is it good?
It's really good, dude. It's really good.
I bet you it'd be even better if it wasn't spoiled for me.
Oh shit.
Bet you to schmad.
Who's? Hey, I'm not Judah. Look at my name, man. I'm not Judah Rad anymore.
Judah of Hearts. My bad. I did pick up.
You're a thoughts, am I
Voices
right?
Heritage. I'm gonna say something kind of. I'm gonna give a hot take. I don't like any of the voices heritage.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like them. I know what they're doing, but it's like super on the nose, and it's borderline insulting. I read the Latino one, and it was like racism is bad, and like Trump supporters, right? Let's fight them, but don't go to their level. There was a villain on there, King Basura, which is like trash. He was sentient trash. Because it's bad.
I don't think they. I don't know. I don't think they put the effort into those that they should.
That's that's exactly right. That's
No,
it right
they
there.
definitely
It's like
Because I've been reading them as well.
Stories, like I'll give you this. This is where I landed on, and that's why I'm going to still buy them because I do want to support it because the message, however like reductive and juvenile it is, but the key word there, I think it's meant for people who would appreciate a story like Captain Planet. Like don't buy any of these voices of heritage with any like that there's going to be any like real depth to really capture any of like any kind of racial stuff.
They need to do Voices Max. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right? Yeah, like something like that. Pride. I think the Pride DC stuff did it well, right? Like handled it seriously. It wasn't a fucking Captain Planet cartoon with race.
They invest in it.
Yeah, so I was actually really disappointed when I read it. So I did get. I think this one I showed already. We can show it again.
Quick update. That was an Alex Garner cover that you had for the Demon Days.
Oh, okay. I knew it wasn't Peach, man.
No, because it's like it's not one of the. It's like 1 in 25 or something. So
got it.
Good pull.
Nice.
Good pull.
And then I did pick up Volume 2 Department.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That series is pristine.
So fucking good. And I think I showed this already, but I'll show it again for our special guest. I did get
Heyo.
I think Department of Truth does a good job.
That's
Department of Truth does a good job of tackling like a political concept in like a super entertaining and like clever and like way that draws you in. You know what I mean? Like that. I think that's a good example.
It's subtle.
Of, like,
it's subtle as opposed to rubbing it in your face.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all political. It's it's literally about like
it's all
fucking
how misinformation works, and what I love about it is that it takes it's less of a what if and more of a parody of what actually happens in real life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like it's not like what if everyone believed in Santa and he was real and killed everyone. It was like no, like these conspiracy theories cause real life harm, and you know what I mean. They have impact on the real world, and so that's a comic book way of telling us.
And you get that message, like you can't avoid that message, and yet it still just doesn't feel like you're being spoon fed like stuff for like a child. Yeah,
like as if you were reading the Marvel Heritage books, right?
Yeah. Cool. Good pulls, man.
Yeah, that's me.
I heard Danny say good pull, and now
Still
that's
fucking
something I
crying,
say.
Lee, or what?
Good pull.
I got a few comics to show if y'all want. Just a few.
Oh yeah.
Because Judah picked up pretty much a lot of stuff I picked up. And
What's
he
a
heard
large
showed it,
here?
so I won't
Oh, there we go.
duplicate. Except I will comment anytime you see Silk on this, like just grab it. Any Silk book.
Pick that up. Oh, I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't done this one.
This is my cover for the Wolverine. Well, one of the ones I got. I also got the Peach Momoko one.
Ooh, that's a
Nice.
nice one.
It's crazy.
Nice. Yeah.
And then I grabbed this Robin's 3, the Tin Drake workout variant.
Nice.
That is a horny cover for sure.
It is.
All these
It
Robin books have a
Yeah.
horny cover, and I love them.
Yep.
Nightwing with the new suit.
Damn, with that Nightwing ass.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say you're really leaning into Nightwing butt stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
Best
I
booty
picked
in
up this
comics.
book just to review it. I wasn't. Ben Riley's not like my jam, and continues to not be my jam after reading this.
Are they?
but
Is that?
I don't know.
They're trying to do like he's allowed to have Spider-Man because the company has licensed it, and they're trying to sue Miles Morales. All that.
This one actually supposedly takes place after the Clone Saga, so it's out of continuity from the Beyond stuff.
I don't know why Ben Riley exists. I can't think of a good reason for him to exist as a character.
Yeah, and then my She-Hulk variant.
No argument.
I got
Ooh,
the Adam Hughes.
That's the one I wanted. They ran out.
Yeah, I love Adam Hughes, and I'll especially drawing She-Hulk. So I'll pick up any of those, but that's about it. I got a bunch more, but it's all like Judah covered it also.
Oh man, I didn't mean to.
No, it's all good. I wasn't even on the show at the time, so it's not like you were stepped on it or anything.
But like just to kind of make my case against Ben Riley really quick. So I get other people wearing the Spider-Man mantle, and there's a good reason for Miles Morales. He's a wildly different character. There's a good reason for Spider-Gwen, wildly different character. Ben Riley is just another Peter Parker. He's like he's another white dude.
Even King Parker is more
Spider-Man.
interesting.
Yeah,
because he's kind of like an asshole. And I loved in his book. His motto was like all the power and none of the responsibility.
I didn't dislike the Kane. I didn't dislike Kane as much as Ben Riley.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people love him. And Jay DeMatteis is working on it again. So
Yeah, put Lyndon on the spot. This is what we want.
Hi.
So we're
Say,
switching
Nicholas, do you have any comic books to show?
I'm a diehard Ben Riley fan.
and that's totally fine if you don't. We just put you
I
on the
know.
spot.
I know you can come to a comic book show and not have comic books to show.
Stop
I
it,
swear to
Rover.
God. I swear.
Stop it.
Roho's fixing to kill me.
I'm the one that invited him on the show, so I'll just take full responsibility for not getting anything prepared there.
I don't have any room to talk. Like I'm literally one of the three co-hosts, and how many weeks I come out like I ain't getting fucking comics. I don't know.
I'm the exact same. What are you holding up, Denny?
One last thing I want to show you guys need to pick up this manga Kaiju number 8. Volume 1's out.
Ooh, that looks
so
dope.
good. It's so
Speaking of
fucking
kaiju, isn't there a Godzilla show coming?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Godzilla shit coming.
Whew.
Where? When? What? How? Why?
I just saw the headline. I saw the headline moments before. It was posted by who's the one who posts all the news in our on our Discord server?
GCG Gold, yeah.
Yeah. So it was one of those headlines that I saw literally right before we went live. But there is a ongoing Godzilla TV show that is coming somewhere.
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus, yes, thank you.
And then we also have the Power Rangers Godzilla crossover by Cullen Bunn coming up in a few months.
That's cool.
So I wanna talk about the Moon Knight trailer and get us all to watch it together today. But first,
I
want
have not
Miracle
seen
Man
it yet.
to show. Oh shit! Do you want to watch it with us?
Yeah, sure.
A live reaction of the look of your comic.
Let's do a live react.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we get Miracle to show his fat stuff first?
A couple.
We still talking about comics, or
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick nap, Quick power nap. I'll be right
Now,
fucking back.
now hold on a second. Taking a nap, I take offense to, because let's be honest, I am an entertaining motherfucker.
No, you are.
Um,
You're right. I was trying to go for length.
Hey, stop.
I'm not so big on the length.
Length, not entertainment. You're right. That was not fair. You are.
I'm not so
Girth.
big on the length, but I'm really good on the girth. I'll tell you that much right now. So,
I'm trying to find a way to contribute that isn't a dick joke.
right. There's no such thing. So, I got some good stuff. I did not buy my new comics yet this week, guys. I had some adulting to do, so they're sitting in the bin. I'll get them. I know, it fucking sucks. I'll have to get them later, but that's all right. I'll get them. But I did get a couple of really nice stacks in the mail. Here we go. This is from Charlton.
Ooh,
Now, I don't know if I might be the oldest motherfucker in the room.
horny cover.
But Hong Kong Phooey was one of the greatest Hanna-Barbera cartoons ever made. And Charlton did like an 8-9 issue series of it because they had all these Hanna-Barbera licenses. They're Charlton level quality, but I love them. Here we got Swamp Thing number 13.
This is old enough for those cartoons for real.
Oh,
like
I am.
You saw them like as reruns in the 80s, right?
As a kid, yeah, as a kid.
True.
But yeah, that's fair.
I even saw them a few times as a kid.
Yeah,
Well,
same. Like, but there was like, remember what was that called? Boomerang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I saw it before that Boomerang shit even existed. I'll tell you that much. Cartoon Network was not around when I first saw Hong Kong Phooey.
Cartoons are timeless, though. Like, I thought Looney Tunes was a thing from when I was a kid, but it was actually a thing from when my parents were a kid,
Right.
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, all those cartoons are from like the 60s. I thought they were mine when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so Swamp Thing number 13 there, that's shortly after Rights and Left. That might actually be
Wrightson
this year. Yeah, Wrightson. There's a fella. You've heard his name
who's
before.
dying?
We got Avengers 177, and what I gotta wonder is why the fuck is he worrying about saving Hawkeye?
Looks like he's jerking Hawkeye off.
All these other heroes here.
Is he pounding the wrong part of the chest?
Yeah.
We got to get Hawkeye up and running to say, like, fuck.
I would say Wanda because she can actually help.
Right. Literally everybody else there would have been a better choice. Commandy number 9. I'm a big fan of Jack Kirby stuff. I already had this book, but it was whomped, man. I didn't get into it.
Is that Man Bat?
Come on, D. No, sadly, it's not man bats. They are bats who are men. A little bit different.
Oh.
A little bit different.
Oh, Batman. Got it.
Here we have, just imagine, Stan Lee created Wonder Woman.
Who did that cover?
This cover. You know what? I'm not sure.
It looks kind of like Jim Lee in a weird way.
It might be.
I don't see his autograph on there or signature on there. So I'm not real sure. I'd have to look that one up.
Or Michael Turner.
Got a nice little pile of Star Wars here, guys.
Oh fuck!
I've been trying to finish that original Marvel run.
Oh man, good luck with that. Do you have the number one?
I do.
Weird way to say it. I got a nice little pile of Star Wars here.
Yeah,
dude,
nice
look at that
Star Wars.
Okay,
look
just
at the
doing
position.
Star Wars in these trying times.
It looks like Han Solo. It looks like Han Solo's been taking tips from Black Widow on poses. Like that is legit. That is some legit squatting.
So issue 7 here, just so you guys know, is the first new story in comics. Up to issue 6 was Star Wars: A New Hope. Issue 7's the first new story, and just so you know, you'll see a lot of these out there that have no barcode down there at the bottom. If you see no barcode down there at the bottom, that is a Whitman reprint.
Ooh.
Okay.
Why is Electro behind him?
Right, looks like it. Here we got
It
issue 11.
it looks like Electro to me.
Hey, since these are Marvel, are these canon?
They are.
Not anymore.
They were canon up until they started new comics. So now these are kind of washed away. Number 12. Now, it's a good thing they're washed away, and I'll tell you why. There's number 69. Here's number 52. In issue 8 of Star Wars run, that's a good cover, right?
Damn, that is a good cover.
Yeah, that's a good cover. 62. In issue 8 of the Star Wars run, they introduced this man-sized green rabbit in a spacesuit. 90. Yes, Jackson.
I love Jackson. I want him to be like canon now.
I love him. He is a horrible character. I love him. Horrible character. I think that he can be two things. But yeah, in fact, Star Wars #1 on the relaunch when they came back out, 2014, 2015 or whatever at Marvel, he's on one of the variant covers trying to knock on the door and everybody's holding the door so he can't get in.
That's a good cover.
Adventure Comics, this is issue 400.
Cool.
So one of the cool things about Adventure Comics around this time, Supergirl was in it. And listen, I'll be honest with you, the Supergirl stories are not that great. But every issue she had some new weird costume. And listen, I don't care how super she is. How is she in that position?
She's really, really super, dude.
Maybe she's landed like that.
That's pretty super. To me,
I
would
my
say
chiropractor puts me in that position once a week. That's fine. That's when they do the
fair.
big crack.
That's
I think in that position every night.
Yeah, well,
That's right.
When I do the big crack.
There's issue 435, part of the Spectre run there. They did a real brief period of time where Spectre was in it, and then they had like Black Orchid in it. Did like these weird kind of stuff. I love him, Ben. I love Jackson.
Ben.
He's a terrible character. Let's just be honest about it. I love him. He's a terrible character.
Let's be honest.
Adventure Comics 425. Listen, the only decent thing about this is that it has Alex Toth interior art. No Black
Is that
Canary though.
Pegasus? What is that?
Yes, it is a Pegasus, and it is a
Looks like
cowboy.
It looks like a
shooting at
Pegasus. It looks like a Pegasus that's been doing meth for 5 years straight.
As a matter of fact, yes, it does.
Why is he gonna kill him?
Damn.
Why is he going to kill him for?
Because he's
really
a mean
angry.
Pegasus. He's a
No,
mean
it's the meth.
Pegasus.
It's all the meth.
Yeah, it's all the meth.
trying to finish off the Spider-Woman run. Listen, guys, I don't know what anybody else is thinking, but I guarantee you at some point Sony's going to go, hey, don't they have a Spider-Woman too?
Hmm.
And we're going to get some Spider-Woman stuff.
The new run was actually really good.
It's actually pretty decent,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
It
Yeah,
is
pretty
decent. Yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
have women in it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
believe it or not,
Despite
you know.
that, really
it-
fucking good.
right.
It has,
They went-
it has a strong female character.
Go woke, get shot in the face by a photograph, I guess. I don't know.
Damn. It's a
There's
metaphor.
number 33 there, right? This
That was
one
during
here,
the big umbrella weapon boom of the 70s, right?
Yeah.
right? This one here, kind of a dirty book, Cherry number 17.
Oh, I got to tell you, you showed Cherry a couple streams ago,
Yeah.
and I went on. I used some creative resources to find like some interiors from Cherry, and man, that is something
Right.
else.
Right?
Yeah,
It is
carpal
graphic.
tunnel syndrome inducing.
It is graphic.
Would you
The
say your
website-
cherry was popped or?
Hey,
Ew.
Is there any anal?
there is.
Yeah. There's
Matter of
every horny deed that could possibly
Yes.
be imagined happens in these comics.
There's girl on girl. There's a little mom and daughter fun times.
Like anything.
It's interracial. There is one issue with gay sex in it. It's a horny book.
It's very
Um,
horny.
Okay.
Speaking of horny
Yeah.
books, here's Bomb Queen #1, Volume 7.
Oh, nice,
Hell yeah.
Right?
nice.
Right.
Underboob. I'm a big fan of Underboob.
Same.
Yeah, you know, if you've never read Bomb Queen and you want to know the most ridiculous super villainous costume ever, find it because that's the one. The thong pants are something else.
Can you just like do me a favor? Pick up the comic,
Yeah.
bring it close to the camera, and then move it further away, and then bring it closer, and then move it further away.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
There you go.
I feel like society wants us to prefer overboob. They're always raving about overboob. When
Right, right.
Underboob is
Underboob.
actually where it's at.
Wildly
That's like
underappreciated.
exactly.
You know, you're like, you know what? We can't figure it out. We're gonna give them both.
Right, right.
Right.
Right, and that's the way to go, really. If you get right down to it. I got a great deal on the 4 hardcover collected set of this series, because the individual issues are really tough. But I got like all 4 of them for like $20, and they're beautiful books. Really do recommend them. Mark Spector, Moon Knight number 60. There's your final issue of that run.
That is a
Welcome-
gorgeous
Welcome,
cover.
Geek Out with Roscoe. Sorry, that was the first thing you had to see.
Right, right. Don't worry, it gets better. Don't worry, it gets better. Here we got Batgirls number 1.
I love that.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that mask.
Right? Tamaka variant, I think it is.
Nice.
I like it.
A Bunny Mask #1. That's that Francesco Francavilla variant.
Oh, nice.
Sick.
Beautiful, right?
Ooh. What
Had
is
to
in her
get it.
mouth? Is that her tongue, or is she
It is.
slurping something?
No, that's her tongue. That's her
Okay.
I
tongue.
hope it's a tongue.
This is a Dan Parent cover, and let me tell you, if
For
you find
several
an Archie
reasons.
book where it's Dan Parent drew the cover and it's got the ladies in a bikini, grab it up because it is gonna skyrocket in the back
Really?
issue market.
Technically, bloody Betty there's in a tankini, not a bikini. So
True,
No.
but here we go, a little
Yep.
2-piece right there.
Yep.
And last but not least, guys, I had a killer couple of weeks here on
I mean,
Savage Dragon. There we go. And I'm down. I am now down to only needing 7 issues of Savage Dragon.
Oh, wow.
Oh, are you
we
going
got-
to show my favorite cover ever?
I am. There's number 54 with She Dragon. This poor woman, every time she's on a cover, she's losing all of her clothes. I feel so bad for her.
Is that why you keep
there's-
buying the covers?
Right. It's because I'll buy. I'm like, oh, I got that one. I'll buy it anyway.
I have to
That's
say,
one of my-
though,
Got the favor.
That's one of my favorite Savage Dragon covers in recent memory.
Oh,
hey,
95. There's 99.
Thank you, guys. All right. Let's pull a plug on that right now. All right. We're not doing that.
There's 114. Here's 125. This is actually a square bound. This one's real tough to come by.
I love that cover.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
like
a great
that too.
cover, right? Now, the last 2 here are pretty rad. I'm pretty
I'm so
excited about them.
I'm so excited.
2 of the
boy.
toughest ones to get. Which one do I show the one I showed you last, or did I show you?
Show the fetus
crazy
one
one?
last. Show the
Okay.
fetus one last.
This one is my favorite cover of the whole run, the one I'm about to show. This is issue 141, really tough to come by.
Yeah, that's so
Look at that.
sexy.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at that.
Spawn? Oh, shit.
Right.
That's
Invincible, Spawn, Witchblade, Shadowhawk.
Witchblade.
So in this particular issue, all these heroes here are public domain, Golden Age superheroes. They come out of some I don't know fucking what, but basically they come from some vortex and they come into the Savage Dragon, the Image universe. You get this huge superhero team up of all the Image superheroes to fight them, and one of them dies, so they attack. All the other superheroes attack. It's great. And last but not least, here
It's
it
amazing
is.
that
Number 102.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So
Look
can
at
you
that
please
cover.
can you please describe what's happening with some close-ups to the camera, if you don't mind?
Oh, she's gonna swing.
Well,
That's dope.
What's
Oh,
happening on
wow.
this cover? What's happening,
He's
Miracle?
being assaulted by babies and with babies.
so you see this right here. You got this monster lady, and those are umbilical cords that attach these monster fetuses to her, and they are coming directly out of her.
What? Oh my god!
JJ,
I
Out
played
of her.
Bloodborne. I know all about it.
Wow.
and being used as weapons. This one, if you can't tell, is being swung around to be hurled at the Savage Dragon.
Robo's like, this actually reminds me of my own birth.
That's the best.
Literally how it happens.
That's the best pro-choice argument I've ever seen. Just kidding.
Post
So-
birth.
So that
No, it's the
that is
best
it.
pro-life argument because you can use them as weapons.
Yeah, that's true.
Just imagine you're giving birth and
Yeah, that'd be.
And Savage Dragon attacks you.
I had one other thing I wanted to share with y'all real quick
Ooh.
that I got as a Christmas present. It was a little bit late, but I got it. So this here, and I'm going to have to give you a little behind the scenes look and back up the camera here a little bit. This here is a page of unused, unpublished artwork from The Jaguar, which was a 1990s DC comic. It was part of their Impact line, which published the Archie superheroes. And for whatever reason, this page wasn't used. We got it. I got it for a holiday gift, we'll say. I love these books. I love the Archie characters. The Impact line was ahead of its time. Really high quality books that came out of DC that just never really seemed to find an audience. And the guy who owns my LCS found this and got it for me.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now you can't really see it, but right here there's a sign that says Simpson dolls half price right here to really date it. But yeah, no, I got this beautiful piece. I'm gonna get it framed and hung up on the wall here in the comic room.
It's not
I
dated.
love
The
that.
Simpsons are still going.
What's that?
It's not dated. The Simpsons are still going.
When's the last time you saw a Simpsons doll?
I don't
dude?
know. Hot
Like-
Topic all the
Hey,
time.
look,
Last
Hey,
week.
see, half off Simpsons doll.
Miracle Man, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Are the inker and colorist for that title still? Are they still alive? Because
I
what would be
don't
cool is if
know.
wouldn't it be cool if you sent it to them as a commission to get inked and colored by the creative team from that run, and then you have like a fully penciled, inked, and colored page.
Yeah, that'd be pretty rad. Yeah, that'd be pretty rad. Yeah,
I think that's the only way you could alter it that would actually increase its value.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think you're right about that one. That's it. There couldn't be anything else I could do to it. That's a good idea. I might look into that.
That'd be dope.
FYI, the Wonder Woman book was covered by both Adam Hughes and Jim Lee. That's why we couldn't tell. Because Jim Lee did the back stuff, and then Adam Hughes did the Wonder Woman in the front.
That
Oh,
makes
so you're
sense.
saying you're both
Makes
right.
sense.
Womp womp.
Interesting. Interesting. Let's watch the Moon Knight trailer. Robo, can you
Yeah, let's do
share
that.
that? I would do it, but my laptop might actually die.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm just adding all
Like
these.
if we watch it in Australia internet, it'll be like, I am.
Oh, it'll play the other way.
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
that makes sense.
Yeah, he'll be upside down. He'll be upside
He'll
down.
be upside down.
Y'all ready for this? Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Actually, let me.
What's going on in the chat?
People
People
What's
chatting
up,
with us?
chat?
He did the back stuff.
Back stuff, yeah.
Geeks out with Roscoe. What is up? Who's in the private? Oh,
There's- I
Robo,
saw
I
some
saw
small
some
camping
install at the
store
end.
we should go to. Hell,
Get it.
I was hoping to
Get it.
leave the house.
Make sure it's half off.
I fucking love leaving the house.
Right?
Party hard. Should we be
Alright,
seeing your screen yet? Here we go.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
coming.
All right,
in
ready?
a world.
Live reaction for St. Nicholas.
You guys
Here
hear
we
it?
go.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
Yeah.
I'm losing it.
Real catch you are. You're bloody useless. Stevie.
Steven,
Three.
I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
Dingo ain't my baby.
Thank you.
Lost the contact lens.
Hope you find it.
Thanks. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark? It must be very difficult. The voice in your head. There's chaos in you. Embrace the chaos.
Yes, this is the part.
Oh. Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
Caught
That
you.
kind of looks like a mummy. Almost looks like a mummy.
Yes, that too. These visuals are top notch. Like just
I like
the whole
it. Yeah,
aesthetic.
Looks great.
It looks
Beautiful.
so good. I love him just
Hold
pounding
on.
some dude
It's
and then
dope.
jumping from the rooftop.
I've seen some of the breakdowns of it, and that's a werewolf
Yeah, this
I
is
heard
gonna be
somebody say
or a jackal.
or a jackal.
Yeah.
Some sort of.
Well, you know, his first appearance, obviously, in Werewolf by Night. So a lot of people thinking we might get the werewolf in there.
It's interesting that he's in London, but also kind of makes sense because this is an origin. This is sort of an origin story. So, like, I guess as Mark Spector, he found Khonshu, and then he's been like, I don't know, comatose or like just not with us for a long time.
I feel like they were like, I don't know that we have the budget to go to Egypt, but how do we bring Egypt to us? Oh, I got it. A museum in London.
Right.
Done.
Right.
Yeah.
So, are we going to see Blade? That's my big question.
I hope so.
I think
Or is it gonna be
so.
referenced?
Blade, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Tie
Oh,
into
yeah.
the next show because that's the
Oh,
next
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Blade's
Yeah.
next.
We know another person that works at another museum in London. If you watch the Eternals movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Little
it for the
Cersei
first
action.
time recently.
So yeah, no,
Nice.
I finally said it because it's been out in Disney Plus for like a week now. So if you haven't seen it, that's your choice now.
Yeah.
You
I
get
saw
a
it
lot
the first
of
time recently. Yeah.
What do you
You
think?
liked
Nick?
it?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. Yeah.
What's your review? Would you say it's like classic Marvel fun? Is it something different? What's your take on it?
I think for a movie that's like the first Marvel movie in a while, where it's introducing like a bunch of like new characters all at once. I think it did it pretty well.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I think Robo and I are the same, where we would have preferred like a Disney Plus show where
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
What was the name of the monster?
Oh,
thing?
Crow. Yeah.
No, that's
Crow.
it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever called it that.
Apparently, from what I was told, it's actually a major character in the storyline in the comics, and it's like,
Yes.
oh, that's disappointing because I just took it at face value, like, okay, he's like, oh, they killed him, okay, cool. But then, like, if I had known, like, apparently there's like a low key, shut. Apparently there's a low key like love story kind of thing between them and shit, and yeah, and he's like, nah, just kidding.
I think the movie had some very like obvious strengths and some weaknesses that left me disappointed. Like the characters, a lot of the criticism has been that we didn't have enough time with each character. They weren't developed enough because it was too many characters for one movie. I actually think they did a very adequate job of showing us these characters. Like I developed a love and a like for most of those characters, and I think that was one of the strongest points of the movie.
Yeah.
I thought the cinematography.
Before we go too deep into Eternals, because I want to be able to cut this out and start posting clips of our show. Does any of you like super big brains on comic books? Because I want to go through, if you guys want to, if you guys think it'll be fun. There's a video here, Moon Knight trailer breakdown, Easter eggs and details you might have missed. But before we watch it, if you think that's a good idea, do any of you big brains on comic books have anything that this trailer that normies like myself might have missed?
Not really. I mean, granted, I've only seen it twice now, but yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything that immediately just jumped out at me as like, oh, holy fuck, that's a huge Easter egg that is going to blow people's minds.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched. It's been a week, so I've watched like everything I can on it already.
Yeah.
So
you already know some of them.
Yeah, I think it's. But I will say, I think the details that I do like is all the stuff with the mirrors, and then him. Like they've only named two of the characters that we know from the comic, right? Two of his names, Mark Spector and Stephen Grant. We still haven't heard anything about Jake Lloyd. I think he's the taxi driver, and then of course we saw him turn into Moon Knight. So I wonder if they will pick that that other personality up, or if they only want to keep it to two. And then like we said, whatever he's beating up in that hallway, like whether it's a werewolf or a jackal, like who's sending those things at him? Is it Khonshu? Is he fighting Khonshu, or is Khonshu the one trying to help him do something against this whatever seems to be a cult led by Ethan Hawke, who fucking looks like super scary?
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah, do you know who that
he does?
Yeah, they mentioned his name. He's only been in like one book. Like that villain is from the comic, but he's only been in one book. So I think they're kind of grabbing the name and making an original character kind of for the show.
Okay.
I'm hoping we get Mr. Knight. The Mr. Knight version of Moon Knight. I just really like how he looks, and like,
isn't it the one where he's like wearing like a windbreaker? Yeah.
He's wearing like a suit, and he's like the suave version of Moon Knight.
I'm gonna steal what you said, Judah, on the Discord, where you were like, "It's good that there's no like definitive run. Like, here is Moon Knight and what it means, because now you can just go into this without knowing what direction they're gonna go in, but also without expectations. Like, oh, they ruined that story because, Marvel's never really has never been all in on it anyway. And then every time they give the run to somebody else, it's kind of like, nah, I'm going to go in this direction, and all that.
And
right.
Because of the character and dealing with DID, like, he lends himself to, like, we could just retcon stuff because it doesn't, like, it's part of the story. It could be part of the story that retcon or, like, not knowing something. Like, Jeff Lemire did that. And, like, everybody kind of starts from that point where they can wipe the slate clean with Moon Knight.
Yeah. Rob says from Not Near Mint, it's not Harrow, it's a feint. That will be Shadow Knight. Mark's
if you look at the captions, Disney at least called them Harrow in the captions. So, like I said, I think they're just grabbing the name, and then you're right. I think it's a mislead.
Maybe.
Interesting. See, here's the thing, though. I hope they don't get too like in the weeds with misleads. You know what I mean? Because like most people, if you're not like Rob,
people don't like that.
Well, it's not just that. It's no one knows who the fuck Harrow is. Actually, it's Harrow, and 97% of the public like, what's that mean? I don't understand. Why is that a big deal? You know what I mean? Like, where everybody else is like,
Just be glad it's Ethan Hawke.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you guys think? Do you want to watch this breakdown, Easter eggs, and details you might have missed?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
So if you guys have anything you want to say, just like say pause it, and I'll pause it, and you can say whatever you want to say. Just let me know. Let me put this back up. No, not you. Stop it. You.
Oh yeah, New Rockstars is they're great at this shit. Like that's what they live for.
Oh yeah.
And this is a breakdown of the trailer for Marvel's Moon Knight, coming to Disney Plus March 30th, with Oscar Isaac playing Stephen Grant, aka Mark Spector, aka Jake Lockley, aka Vigilante empowered with the magic of an Egyptian moon deity, aka Egyptian mutant Insabaner. Oh wait, no, Oscar Isaac was Apocalypse in another Marvel universe, and the X-Men won't get sucked into the MCU until Multiverse Madness, when Oscar Isaac being Moon Knight in this reality will be like the 12th most confusing thing about that. But this trailer was...
What do you guys think? You guys think X-Men universe, multiverse?
I've fucking given up on X-Men, man. Ralph Boner really fucking stabbed me in the heart.
There will be X-Men. I don't think they're going to get sucked in from the Multiverse of Madness. That's my prediction.
I think they show up in this phase, but maybe not near the end. I think people are expecting them too much from Multiverse. I don't think it's happening.
Right.
Yeah, and also I think they feel it. I think they're getting to the point, like after Multiverse of Madness, they're going to be like, okay, we've blown our nut on like thrilling people with multiverse shit.
I don't know, man. That was a lot of money with Spider-Man.
Here's the other thing. We know there's going to be two tracks, right? There's going to be a cosmic track and the Earth track, right?
Yeah.
And what do we have? We have a bunch of Disney Plus stuff with regard to Moon Knight and She-Hulk. But as far as the movies go, you talk about blowing your load. No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness is like, what the fuck do you do after that, right? And that's your Earth.
I can tell you what's going to happen after that, because they'll have the financial backing for the pitch, which is the DC Marvel crossover. We're going to get it. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, I'm fucking predicting it right now.
Are you being serious?
I'm being fucking serious. Yeah, for real. I feel like Sony was like, I'm seeing it all across in different industries that mirror the comic book industry, right? I'm watching the video game industry right now. Microsoft just bought a bunch of Sony studios. I don't know if you guys are watching across that, and it's all super amicable because they're now all realizing that they can all make shit tons of money if they produce the content that we all want, which is all the crossovers. So I'm telling you right now, DC Marvel.
$100. I will Venmo you $100 if we get a DC Marvel.
My predictions for this year: we'll get an announcement for DC Marvel crossover in some form.
I give you 3 years.
3 years? All right, I'll take it. And the other thing that's going to happen is Doctor Strange is going to die this year. in the MCU.
I
That's
could
my
see
other
that.
prediction.
I could definitely see that
Sounds
happening.
possible.
My only prediction here is that I'm certain that the X-Men are going to be part of the MCU. That's not even up for question.
Yeah, right.
I just don't think that the way that they're going to be part of the MCU is just another character from another franchise that gets pulled in from the multiverse.
You think they're going to do like Eternal style, like they were?
We might. Yeah, I think they're going to do it like that, and we might see them. We might see like as an Easter egg, like, oh shit, there's fucking Hugh Jackman in Multiverse of Madness. Great Easter egg, but I don't think he's going to stay.
Roger Boner, and just kidding, not actually Wolverine.
Well, I mean,
I don't think it won't be as egregious as Boner. Like, I don't think it'll be like that, but I think it'll be like, oh, we're in the multiverse. Oh shit, there's fucking there's Halle Berry, Storm.
If we get anybody, it's gonna be the young actors. It's not gonna be anybody from the the 2000 movie. We're gonna get what's his name?
James McAvoy.
Thank you. As
I don't think they're going to
Professor
stick
X,
around.
Definitely not getting Patrick Stewart.
Not for keepsies though.
No, I think it'd be cameos. Yeah,
we might get cameos from a couple of them, but that'd be it.
We saw some pictures supposedly of Sophie Turner around where they're shooting Multiverse of Madness. So
with red hair apparently.
Right.
Filled with mystery and tricky visual glitches in this character's broken perception. So I am going to go through this frame by frame to break down all the really cool stuff that you might have missed. And thanks to Boxu for sponsoring this video. More on them later. Let's get started.
All right.
Man, he's so earnest. I love it.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
I have a sleeping disorder. I can't tell the difference between my waking life and dreams.
So the trailer opens with Oscar Isaac as one of his identities lying in bed using an app that helps one stay awake because he doesn't want one of his other identities to take over. He twists a Rubik's Cube at first with just one hand, as if this is a kind of coordination one identity might have that another might lack. Later we see the side that he is closest to completing is the white side, white being the color of Moon Knight's wardrobe, which in the 2006 Moon Knight comics from Charlie Houston explained, I don't
Great run.
myself, I wear it so they see.
Yeah, my co-host says that's the best one.
It is, because when they see the white, it doesn't matter.
What was that?
The Charlie Houston run, like that's his favorite run. He says it's probably the best one out of everything.
Charlie Houston?
Charlie Houston run is great. Good luck getting your hands on it. It's
it's tough.
Hard to get a hold of.
Yep.
Or how good of a target I am. Their hands shake so bad they couldn't hit the moon. I just love that quote so much. It's part of the reason the character is so great.
That is an awesome quote.
Also, the toggling colors of a Rubik's Cube, of course, reflect the toggling of this man's identities. He suffers from a form of dissociative identity disorder. The voice we hear right now is that of his Stephen Grant identity, with Oscar Isaac speaking in a British accent. But on the word dreams, the accent seems to switch to a different consonant pronunciation.
Between my waking life and dreams.
As if another identity is taking over mid-sentence. In the comics, Moon Knight's primary identity is Mark Spector, the son of a rabbi turned mercenary who ends up possessed by the Egyptian moon deity of Khonshu, becoming the vigilante known as Moon Knight, with powers linked with the lunar cycle. And he takes on other alter egos like wealthy one-percenter Stephen Grant and taxi driver Lake Lockley. But obviously they're switching some things around here. Because here he bolts several locks on his door, he puts tape on the cracks so that he'll know if the seal is broken, chaining his ankle to a lock that only one of his identities would know the combination to. The fact that he expects this other identity to not know how to just peel tape off of a door and put it back on tells us that the form he's worried about turning into is a more monstrous one. So we're looking at a real werewolf Jekyll and Hyde scenario here. Stephen turns in his bed, reflected in mirror.
I love that shit. I love like when I don't know if it's a reach or if it's intuitive, but I fucking love when they can catch stuff like that.
Yeah, I think a big advantage is that a lot of these guys, like, they know writing, like they know how to write. So
yeah,
it comes from there. Like, what would I do? And put it on there.
Yeah.
Refracts him into 3 forms in total, perhaps a way of showing his 2 other identities, and yet he still twists around in fear as if he's looking at a 4th identity, maybe that of Moon Knight, as it creeps in on him. Let's move on.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Awake.
get hear that app service voice echoes over itself as if this is something he has used for countless nights. And then he bolts awake like from a nightmare. But notice how he is now wearing different clothes than before. So who knows if this is a different night or if another identity took over overnight and just changed his clothes and calmly locked himself back up. And as he stumbles out of bed, he steps in a ring of sand, which he likely spread out to track any entity going out or going in. Kind of like when that couple in Paranormal Activity used flour to track that.
Oh, yeah.
Notice among his books is Adventures of the Soul, Journeys Through the Physical and Spiritual Dimensions. This is a real life 2014 book by medium James Van Praagh about the human soul, how it fits into this life, how it travels into the spirit realm. So clearly Stephen is doing some research on metaphysics to try to understand his condition and how his soul has become.
I think vibe-wise, this is going to hit like Legion. Like I think this is going to be a very similar vibe to Legion.
Yeah.
Which could be a good thing. I didn't love how it was in Legion, just because I don't know.
I think it got super weird towards the third season, but I really like the first two were like on point.
Yeah.
It lost me around the same.
Music throughout this trailer is Kid Cudi's Day and Night, a song that Kid Cudi said that he wrote to deal with the sleeplessness after his uncle passed away, an uncle that he ended things on bad terms with. And the song Day and Night, Nightmare, is his version of the Ghetto Boys' Mind Playing Tricks on Me. The music video shows him slipping in and out of reality the way Steven/Mark/Jake never fully know what's real in their world. On to the next clip.
I'm losing it.
Real catch you are. You're bloody useless, Stevie.
Steven.
Okay, so Steven runs to catch this London bus. I'm assuming this connects to the shot we saw in the November teaser where his hands hit that bus, except now his hands are covered in these fancy white gloves. He could be finding himself in a new identity as he briefly passed out for a second. Could be the dress version of that white suit that we've seen in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
This museum, up top it reads National Art Gallery, an art gallery with a historical exhibit for ancient Egypt, it looks like. I thought this was a real museum in London, but the National Gallery of London has a different architecture. I actually thought this was the British Museum, but if you look at the architecture of the British Museum, that is a completely different building than this. I did some digging. This is actually Budapest's Museum of Fine Arts. They use CGI to swap out that Hungarian version. Which also be clear, this is not the same museum as the Museum of Natural History where Cersei and Dane Whitman work in Eternals, but both of these museums are in the city of London in the MCU. And I think that Eternals post-credit scene of Dane finding the ebony blade of his family, taking one step closer to becoming the Black Knight and meeting Blade Marshal Ali could set up those two to join Moon Knight in the future as part of an MCU Midnight Suns lineup. Now, whereas comics Stephen Grant is a this Stephen works at the museum gift shop under this flirty boss, Donna. I like how he corrects her, calling him Stevie by putting on his name tag. Just another example of him having to constantly reassure himself of his identity. And in this gift shop, of course, are surrounded by Egyptian iconography, a figurine of a scarab, a bust statue, and these puzzles. One for the Cornet Marais, that's a necropolis in Luxor, and then another for the Book of the Dead. Oh, yes. The Egyptian Book of the Dead was a funeral text written by priests over 1,000 years. It contained magic spells in order to assist a dead person's journey through the underworld. Now, that's real world history, but elsewhere in the MCU, we got another Book of the Dead.
Scares me when he pops up.
Which is becoming hugely important. Seen with Agatha Harkness and WandaVision, taken by Wanda to seek the multiverse for her children, and now showing up in the trailer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, used by Doctor Strange, probably against the Scarlet Witch's wishes. Now, in the comics, the Darkhold was drafted by a demon named Chthon, who, in comics canon, initially gave Wanda Maximoff her sorcery, but in the MCU, these two Books of the Dead could come from the same textual history. We'll see. Moving on.
I can't tell the difference between life and dreams.
All right.
Thank you.
That shot of Khonshu.
Hope you find it.
So here in his flat, Steven hears voices and then looks over in his bathroom mirror, and his reflection flashes very briefly into his fully suited up Moon Knight form, complete with glowing eyes, and behind him you'll notice the pale glow of the moon through that fog. I just like how when this spectral form appears, the moon shows up with him. This awesome flickering light horror imagery also shows up in the far end of this hallway leading to the elevator, where we see our first clear shot of Khonshu, and he looks terrifying. Huge skull floating falling off
So
the
dope.
shoulders with cobwebs dangling down, a ratty cape, mummified arms, and he holds a staff with a crescent moon on the top. We actually caught what I think was our first glimpse of Khonshu back in the first teaser, that monstrous shadow lurking behind Steven on the museum floor as he stifles.
That's Man-Thing.
Here,
Yeah, that's Man-Thing.
Quarter toward him, and then wraps dragging behind him, and he grabs that elevator door with that mummified hand before turning into a sweet old woman. Don't trust her, Steven. Steven. Yes, in this clue hunting and theory bitchin', I am cooking on gas, and that's because I have upgraded
Here
my.
goes the ad.
If you're tired of the same old snacks, Boxu is a monthly subscription service that delivers premium Japanese
All
snacks.
right, we're
off
not
your
getting
subscription. Next.
Yeah, Boxer, we're not. You guys aren't sponsored already.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're alive. What's wrong with you, Mark?
Why did you call me Mark?
Okay, once again, we see that great shot from the teaser.
So that part was kind of confusing to me. So you think he'd know his other personalities? So that would be the first time he's ever heard the name of one of his other personalities at that point.
Right.
So if you listen to the song, it says "hold the phone" right as he's answering the phone. I think there's some symbolism there.
Yeah, I think
fucking wow.
I think he also may know he has a sleeping disorder. Maybe he doesn't know what's going on. Maybe he doesn't know he has DID yet. Maybe he just has like a sleeping disorder and he's trying to deal with it. Healthcare. Although he's in London, he should be able to get healthcare. But whatever.
So one of the things that I wanted to look up, so that way I can so I can be a super woke scold and be all over Twitter saying about like how ableist everyone is if they don't get this exactly right when they talk about it.
I know just the person for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna like, hey, how do you do these tweets to make sure everybody feels like they're fucking tired of hearing your voice? When I was looking up DID, that's actually one of the symptoms of when they some of the reported symptoms when they flip. It's like if they've gone unconscious, right? So it's not like just popping back and forth and kind of like Split, where they knew what was happening and Split, the other personality would come back and like, stop doing that, like, talking to the other personalities and stuff. But in actuality, what seems to happen is that you feel like you've passed out and you don't know what's happened between that time. So I like how they're doing that here.
Nice.
Steven reacting to his reflections in the display case glass and stepping forward, but his reflections do not follow. Even those two reflections between the two of them seem to have slightly different reaction speeds from each other. I think all three of these embody Steven's split identities. Now, the statue in that display case depicts the sun god of Ra on the far left. He has a falcon head. And then on the far right, Anubis, who has a jackal head, both of them appearing to mummify Osiris, the deity most associated with the process of mummification. Really, the weirdest things, though, about the shot are in the foreground. First, that crocodile, perhaps a Nile crocodile that you often see in these exhibits, could also connect to that crocodile on the unknown collar screen on the flip phone. Both could be nods to the crocodile-headed goddess of the underworld.
The
but
ass-eating
also,
goddess.
beneath that croc, there appears to be mummified human remains on the freaking floor. And notice how Steven holds his arm as if he has been wounded or bitten. Maybe this guy was doing a bit of grave robbery, tampering with these remains, taking something off of them, and Khonshu's spirit jumped out and bit him. But notice as he steps forward, the shadow that stood behind him before he steps out of frame, after he passes that shadow, it is no longer there. Creepy. Now, Kid Cudi's lyrics of "hold the phone" repeat as if the record is skipping until Steven finally uncovers this crawl space containing this key and this flip phone, probably a phone that he heard ringing in the walls and thought he was paranoid, but it actually is a
You fucking called it.
I nailed it, man. I nailed it.
real phone and a key belonging to his other identity, Mark Spector. So the character we've been staying with this whole trailer is not really the main character of the story. We haven't really met Mark yet, which is why I love this trailer so much. I actually hope the next trailer spends most of the time with Mark, who is a badass mercenary who somehow ended up as this pencil-pushing loser in London. How long has he really been this way? Was there some previous backstory that has been erased from his memory where where he initially made first contact with Khonshu back in Egypt. And the reason he is working at this museum is to try to reconnect with that spirit. Now, the caller on this phone is the voice of actress May Kalamali, whom you may know as Rami's sister Ina on Rami on Hulu. In the closed caption, identify her character name as Layla. Now, the most famous Layla from Marvel Comics is Layla Miller, aka the mutant butterfly, who has the power of resurrecting the dead at the cost of their soul. She actually makes her debut at the House of M event that we speculate Multiverse of Madness to be partly adapting. And Layla Miller is actually crucial to bringing down the House of M because she uses her power to restore the memories.
That's right. Oh shit!
Reality. Doctor Strange even
Damn.
suggested Maximoff might have created Layla as a fails
mutants.
This is it. This is it.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Sure, this could just be like any Layla, but Meg Halamawi is such a great actress. It'd just be really cool to see her play a similar role in an MCU House of M event. So let's move on.
So I would fucking love that.
Can I just put something on? Can I put something on the record really quick? Because I feel like there's a little bit of confusion around this.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying that mutants won't be introduced soon. I'm not saying they won't be introduced in Multiverse of Madness. All I'm saying is that when all the dust settles, the mutants that we're left with in the MCU will have been people that were born and grew up in the MCU. That's all.
Universe. Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree. By the way, I don't know who, I forgot who mentioned Man-Thing, but I believe Man-Thing was name dropped. Oh, yeah. I remember distinctly that Man-Thing was name dropped in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
After this video, can we go back to that shot and put it next to a picture of Man-Thing? Because that does look like Man-Thing.
I think that's the jackal that he's fighting later.
It could be, but it does look like Man-Thing.
Yeah, for sure, with the eyes.
We don't have to.
Voice in your head. There's chaos in you.
Okay, here we meet Ethan Hawke's character, a cult leader that Hawke said he based on David Koresh, leader of the Branch Davidians in Waco, Texas. The closed captioning identifies him as Arthur Harrow, who's a pretty deep cut from the Moon Knight comics, who only shows up in one issue, a storyline in 1985, where Dr.
Second
Arthur
David
Harrow,
Koresh character,
scientist with a facial disfigurement,
Who's the first one?
The walking dude, the man in black, Randall Flagg from the Dark Tower and The Stand. Stephen King said that he based that character on David Koresh, and that he's
that's impossible. That's impossible because that book was written in like 1970 something. The television adaptation perhaps was based. His look in the television adaptation might have been based on Koresh because that was right around that time.
I gotta go back. You're making me question myself, so I'll have to go back and look. But
Sorry,
I swear to God, I heard something like that.
Works on a way to numb the pain centers of the human body, conducting some human experiments, basing his work on Nazi experiments. Now, Ethan Hawke's version of the character seems quite different, but maybe his motive is the same. He could be a spiritual leader promising people who suffer pain to numb their pain centers. And I'm guessing all these people kneeling to him in Germany, Loki style, that this guy's got the goods. He has some kind of power. Now, this town square does have German signs and a cupcake delivery truck that a major sequence later takes place upon. Those colorful buildings could actually be seen in the background of the November teaser shot where Mark comes to after beating up a bunch of guards. And now surrounding Harrow are some armed guards that might be part of his cult. That suggests his cult is a militarized one. These guys wear matching jean vests and layers underneath those vests that match the color that Harrow wears. Now in the Moon Knight comics, many of Moon Knight's foes had Nazi links since the character's Jewish upbringing was a big part of his conflicts. Maybe Harrow in
I just want to put on the record that Judah could pick any character to be a fan of, and he chooses two non-human characters and not one of the Jewish ones. And you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed.
My favorite Jewish character is definitely Kitty Pryde. You can't beat
the
Kitty.
heart wants what it wants, Robo. Don't shame the man.
That's
Don't
right.
shame the man.
Hey, you have a Jewish representation or a dick house.
What Puerto Rican characters are you standing?
Wait, which ones are there? Which one are there? which ones?
How
are
come you don't like
None.
both of
I don't-
the Puerto Rican superheroes that exist?
Yeah.
The show is also rooted in those Nazi experiments, and this cult could be on some old Nazi compound in Bavaria. Harrow tells Steven, "There's chaos in you," suggesting he does have some perceptive abilities and can see the demonic possession inside of Steven. And yeah, this is happening in that museum. Could it be by happenstance that they met? Or was Harrow seeking the same thing that Mark Spector, kissed by this demon, is also unconsciously seeking? Then another shot of Steven flipping out while someone talks to him in the foreground. Could be talking to himself. Like this could be taking place inside of Steven / Mark / Jake's mind palace, where the other two identities have to hang out when they're not in the driver's seat. Then this great shot on the cupcake delivery truck as it speeds down that mountain road, and Steven Mark Jake comes to, shocked at the gun in his hand in his current situation. The truck's windshield has been blown out. His face and knuckles are covered in blood, just like they were in that teaser shot. Now that box behind him reads Von D. The rest of the name cut off. And yes, I did lose my mind too for a second, thinking this could be Victor Von Doom. But I am sorry to disappoint you. It is just the name of the cupcake distributor, which you can see on other boxes in the back. It looks like Von Derelman. But also in the back, that dude's face looks gnarly. Either a cupcake might have smeared on his face, or he's bleeding heavily from the head, or maybe both. It's just super violent to see this guy who might have been shot in the head about to roll out the back of the car under these two pursuing cars. You'll notice they're driven by guys wearing the same kind of outfit he is. So I guess Steven beat them all up, trying to get to Harrow, and now they're chasing him down. And I guess this will lead to Steven completely falling off a cliff, though presumably he's going to transform into Moon Knight mid-fall and manage to Hero landing. On to the next clip.
Embrace the chaos.
That's the best shot.
Okay, we see the Great Pyramids of Egypt, and then I'm guessing this is Mark Spector inside of a temple or a tomb. I think this could be part of a buried and semi-forgotten backstory when Mark Spector was still in that identity that Stephen Grant does not remember as his Stephen Grant identity, working as a loser in this museum gift shop. It's going to be in this museum where he reconnects with Khonshu that awakens Stephen Grant to remember that he had this whole past as a mercenary and an Indiana Jones type badass. So he thought his whole life he's been a loser, but through his dissociative identity disorder, he's going to remember how much of a killer he actually is. I love how, as we see him fleeing down this hallway, Khonshu's form trails at his feet in the form of that crescent-shaped shadow.
That's cool.
We hear Harrow's voice advising, embrace the chaos. And then another mirror shot as Steven throws his head back to allow Moon Knight to take over. I love this. He can see the linen wraps assemble over his shoulders, each tiny fiber piecing together. This looks like the bathroom that later appears busted as he beats up that creature. But we actually see a similar moment where this happens outside. It's just so cool to see how this works. Like the Moon Knight identity is mummifying his body to transport him into the land of the dead, but just for the night. And in this exterior shot, some shadowy figure is watching this happen from the lower right corner of the frame. But we end on...
I wonder how many of those that he does right there, like the creators watch. I'm like, oh fuck, that's the best number we've missed.
This is a good,
that's a key grip.
This is a good breakdown. I think he definitely is like getting to like whatever is there, he's showing us. There's not a lot there though. If you look at it, like there's so much unsaid and unshown, like that we're gonna learn when we watch this.
Right.
Yeah, there's some stuff that I mean, to everybody puts their work in there, but like it feels like they're just kind of reaching a lot. But this one, like at least he has a lot of stuff to kind of back up where he's coming from or whatever.
Right.
Except for he does always talk about like he missed out on the Mephisto of it all last year.
Right.
But,
yeah.
But you can't get them all.
He was actually one of the ones that that sold me and allowed me to sink my teeth into the Stephen Bonner debacle, because he actually put out a video afterwards that was like, yep, that's it. It's obvious. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, bro. And Mar was like, bitch, right in my face.
Boner alert.
This awesome shot. Now, we did see Moon Knight fumbling something in the November teaser, but that shot was not finished, and now we see what they added in. He's beating up some supernatural creature with freakishly long legs, huge canine feet, and pointy ears. Now, my first instinct goes to werewolf, because the MCU is soon going to introduce us to Werewolf by Night, Jack Russell, Gael Garcia Bernal, in an upcoming Halloween special, it sounds like. But I think a likelier option is this could be a jackal form, as seen in The God of the Dead, Anubis. And as Moon Knight turns to camera, a few of those linen wraps stretch across his chest to hold the crescent moon sigil in place. I love how practical that all is. Actually, this shape looks like the crescent dart weapon that he uses, as we saw in that series poster that I love so much. Now, we are going to be covering Moon Knight weekly when it drops on March 30th, but until then, support new rock stars by checking out our merch.
All right.
Yeah. I'm trying to find you we can talk about it. Here's the question that I have, and every time I ask this, even amongst people who read the comic, is Moon Knight's powers real? Like, do they happen in real life?
Yes.
And some people are like, well, it depends on which run you read, and sometimes
no, he's a real superhero. He is a superhero, and it's real in the comics. But
do you agree, Dan?
Yeah.
I think whenever he's on somebody else's comic, yes, I agree. When he's on his own comic, I can't vouch for whatever the fuck we're reading. Like that Punisher, the screenshot that we've been seeing when he was in the Punisher comic.
I
think all that's real for sure, right? Because it's written from somebody else's point of
Other
view.
people
like
are seeing it.
Right. But yeah, anything you read on the actual Moon Knight series, I don't think you could trust, because it could kind of get retconned at any time.
So sometimes I think that the Khonshu shit is his imagination. Like, I feel like sometimes they heavily imply that some of the reason, like his backstory, is in his mind. Especially like Warren Ellis run, that he's like sort of an unreliable narrator in a lot of regards.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think that he's meant to actually be beating the shit out of real bad guys, and like I think that
but he's
he's throwing
that strong and all that shit.
He's I don't think he's ever like. Do you guys remember that Legends of the Dark Knight series or one shot where Batman wakes up and he's actually like in Arkham Asylum as an inmate, and they explained it? Yeah, it's a classic, but I don't think it's like that with Moon Knight. Like, I don't think that he imagined that he was a superhero the whole time, and he's actually been in a.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They all do it. Buffy did it, right? Where she was like in some kind of asylum, and like everyone that she knows is somebody that works there.
Yeah, the old Wizard of Oz thing. Yeah.
There's an old, in the showcase back in the 90s, they did these 1 year long. It was like Showcase 93, Showcase 94, Showcase 95 at DC. And I think it was Showcase 94, issues 6 and 7 or 8, something like that. There's a Joker story where the Joker wakes up and he finds out, oh, he's just a normal guy. And he just had a psychotic break, and he's been in this, insane asylum. And the Batman's real, but the Batman's actually like this monstrous villain. And he goes out into the real world, and it's really very kind of crazy.
That's interesting.
Most of the time they show these stories, and it's like, oh, all those people that you thought were these super villains, it was your caretaker, it was your shrink.
Mm-hmm.
But the Joker, he wakes up and he goes out, and it's like, no, Batman's like actually a demonic creature that's like attacking the city and stealing children off the streets, and so he's still crazy, even though he thinks now I'm sane in this story. You're right. They use that. That's a trope. They definitely.
And with Moon Knight, I'll even say, like, I don't know who his rogues are. Like, everything that I know, it's Khonshu related. Like, he's either fighting Khonshu, somebody else that Khonshu sent after him, or
other
Vermin.
agents of Khonshu. Yeah.
Yeah, or Vermin. That's it.
The Lemire run really gives you. He brings every one of his rogues, such as they are, into that series.
Yeah.
Bushman was one of his first villains in the original series, and he comes back in the Lemire run as kind of like a portly middle-aged dude. He doesn't have like a Flash level rogues gallery or a Spider-Man level rogues gallery. It's just like regular guys.
every Moon Knight run I've ever read, the feel I get from it is that, like, I've read the Mensch run, and then the Lemire run, and the Warren Ellis run, and a few of the others, but I get this feeling that the creative team didn't ask for Moon Knight. They were given Moon Knight, and they were like, They were like, well, nobody really seems to care too much about Moon Knight. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck I please, which is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's not like a bad thing. That's kind of dope.
Cullen Bunn did a run in between, like, I guess when they're in between who they want to actually run the book, Cullen Bunn comes in and just lays shit down. So he has a whole arc or two that are just super violent, but they're really cool.
That's the way you do Moon Knight. Moon Knight should never be an ongoing series.
Yes,
you bring in a writer. He's got a story to tell, or she's got a story. They've got a story to tell. They tell their story. That's the end of the series. Put them away until somebody else has got another story to tell, or you want to use them Avengers, like that Avengers story.
That was weird, but cool.
Weird. It was awesome, but it was weird.
Yeah,
he doesn't belong there.
No, he does not belong in Avengers.
Yeah.
Though the one of the most famous images is of him walking down those stairs, going, "I know you're here, Dracula. You big fucking nerd. Where's my money?" Those types of images are really what defines the character.
Yeah. I'm super excited about this series. I think this is going to be the best one out of all the Disney Plus Marvel. I think this is going to be everyone's number one.
I think it looks great.
Yeah.
I've only just now seen
you mean
like the
specifically
soup.
as far as Disney Plus?
Specifically as part of Disney Plus Marvel,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the one that is like, whoa, they took it to another level.
Right.
And honestly, it seems like each show they've kind of upped it a little bit, right?
Right.
And I thought WandaVision was great, but from WandaVision to
Loki.
Falcon and the Winter
Loki.
Soldier to Loki, I didn't get to watch Hawkeye yet, so I can't really speak to that one. But it definitely seemed like it was a step up from one to the next to the next.
The way I'd rank them so far, I'd put WandaVision at number one. I would put Loki at number two. I'd put Falcon at number three. And as much as I liked Hawkeye, and I did like it, just ranking those, I would put it as the last of those. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. My favorite part of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was Baron Zemo finally putting that fucking mask on.
Yes, that was dope.
that was awesome.
That was great, man. That was a phenomenal scene.
I'm really interested in what they're going to do with these Netflix characters because I'm still skeptical that they're going to fully integrate their story arc into MCU canon. I'm still kind of skeptical about that, but they are kind of doing it. I mean, there's Kingpin, and then there's Daredevil, so they exist now.
Do you mean Netflix?
Yeah. What did I say? Did I say Hulu?
I thought you said Disney Plus.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm talking about I'm interested to see what they do with the Netflix characters as they integrate them into the MCU because
I think they integrated the two best ones. The only other one I really want to see is Punisher.
No, Jessica Jones needs to also come along.
I want all of them except Danny Rand. We need a new Danny Rand.
I don't want to be a dick, but everyone but Iron Fist.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
I take everybody but Iron Fist. Yeah.
Here's a question for y'all. What if we didn't do any of the Netflix stuff? So we know that Daredevil's coming in, right? But what about and I don't mean as a movie, as a series. What character have you not seen touched by Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus that you would like to come in and let's join the fray? I mean, outside of Jack Hards.
Nice.
Those street heroes are the right ones to go with, man.
Elektra. They used her,
right? Like I here's why. Check this out. Daredevil, dope. But Daredevil had a dope run, and okay, do we want to see more? Especially coming off of the Zdarsky run, he's like very popular. People want to see more of him. That's great, right? But we have other. That's the thing we've always said, and I'm sorry, Danny, but one of the things that we've always praised Marvel for over DC is here we go is the
supporting
fact that,
cast,
right? The supporting cast, but not even just supporting cast, just the way that they never put not never, but they didn't put all their eggs in like 3 baskets like DC did, right? And so like Justice League, Batman, Superman, it's like now everything kind of spawns from there.
Yeah.
But Marvel, we have Avengers, we have Fantastic Four, we have like all the rest. And so how many other titles are out there that we haven't seen touched by Hulu, Netflix, or Disney Plus yet? Like if you had to pick one, which one are you bringing over? We'll say an Earthbound one.
Oof, man, they covered a lot already.
Right. Yeah. What about Alpha Flight?
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
I would like.
I know at least one person in our mod group who would be very happy with that.
Right? Yeah.
Name rhymes with Schmainsley.
I would lose it if they gave us Squadron Supreme.
That would be dope.
I would straight lose it. I mean, we were talking about a DC Marvel crossover. You don't even need to do that if you have Squadron Supreme.
Yeah.
You know.
What about you, Nick?
Do you mean like for like a movie or like a show?
Yeah,
or?
well, I mean, it could be a movie, it could be Disney Plus, just like a character that we
Like
haven't
a D-lister.
Yeah.
Weren't they gonna make like a Howard the Duck show at some point? Like, is that still a thing?
That would actually be pretty dope.
Kevin
I mean,
Smith was
in
gonna
the
do one.
collector's deal, right? Like,
That was really just for fun, though.
Well, he was. I think he broke out or something.
yeah.
I think the last time we saw him, he was having like drinks with like some women
That's right.
somewhere. Yeah.
No,
Kevin Smith was
Avengers
gonna do one on
Endgame.
Hulu. Yeah.
He's at the end of Avengers Endgame. He comes through one of the portals with a big ass gun.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. You see him for like 1 second.
So I got one.
If that.
This character is in the MCU. This is an MCU canon character, but we only saw them for literally 1 second in the entire MCU. But they're there. I want them to capitalize and fulfill Jim Hammond, who we saw in Captain America: The First Avenger at the World's Fair for like a brief moment, standing in his glass dome, like with Phineas Horton.
Bring him back out, man. That would be dope. You're right.
I would like. I want a Disney Plus series where this is after Captain America supposedly died. The World War II is still going on, and there's the war in the Pacific or whatever, and they have Jim Hammond, the original Human Torch, Namor the Submariner, and the other captain. What's his name? I'm drawing a really bad blank right now. From Falcon and Winter Soldier. What's his face?
Oh, yeah.
U.S. Agent?
No, not U.S. Agent. The Black Captain America.
The Black Captain America that they did.
Truth, red, white, and black.
Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah. So Isaiah Bradley, original Torch, and Namor fighting like either the Japanese or the Nazis in World War II would be fucking baller.
Supposedly,
comics throwback.
Supposedly, we're getting Namor.
The invaders.
The Namor and in Black Panther 2. You know, you give us Namor and Black Panther 2, you can roll back and give us an Invaders story.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned Namor in my pick. I think I finally kind of came up with something, and it's kind of cheating because this character has been on a Marvel show, just not a Netflix one. Okay. So I want 3 characters actually, but they're all the same character. I want them, and they've already talked about maybe bringing in Norman Reedus as a Ghost Rider, but I want him to be Danny Ketch. And then I want Robbie Reyes to come back from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Shit, yeah.
And then I want Nick Cage to come back as Johnny Blaze. So give me, I want the 3 Ghost Riders.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
See, the thing is, I wonder if this matters to them or not. But what I don't want them to think is that this is going to be another like No Way Home kind of gimmick, right? Because people have been talking about that with the Hulk. And getting the different actors of the Hulk to come together. And like, no, they did it. I don't see that ever happening again. I don't see that happening with any other character ever. But in this way, I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying, and I'm kind of projecting here. Let me rephrase. If they did that again in a multiversal kind of way, I'd be like, come on. Like, you already did it. Give me something else. But a Ghost Rider, you don't have to because they are in the same. So, but they would need that buildup, right? And that's why we all want most of these stories. We want them all in like in a Disney Plus format because I don't want you to try to rush a ghost. Jesus fucking Christ, Ghost Rider setup in the 2.5 hour block. Like, give me a series that kind of builds up how the Ghost Riders come to be and stuff.
Just make a Midnight Suns series with all these people you're already setting up.
Yeah. John Comics with Kids says Silver Surfer movie, like a solo title.
Now that you mention a Silver Surfer movie, it actually does kind of sound good to me. Now that you mention it, yeah.
And
what was the
only thing? I mean,
I don't know if you've heard of Silver. Do you read a lot of Silver Surfer?
Wait, Silver Surfer, is he the guy on skis in those
yes.
in from Apocalypse?
The guy on skis chasing the Flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is him.
I will say the one I want the most is Doctor Doom. I need Doctor Doom in the MCU like quickly.
100%.
Here's the deal,
My
Danny.
favorite villain.
Dr. Doom is the ultimate villain, and
Yeah.
they get one chance to give us the right Dr. Doom.
Can you
They need.
imagine the entire MCU falling apart because they fucked that up?
There's only 2 Dr. Dooms I can think that live right now. One of them is Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. I always
Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito. He would be a spectacular Dr. Doom, and the other
I agree.
choice is Mads Mikkelsen.
Well, and I saw you tweet about it earlier, so I'll give you my choice for that. And I would hate to put this man behind the mask, but Adam Driver, I think, would make an excellent Dr. Doom. I've been watching a lot of his movies, and the way he emotes and just he's like a calm but angry dude. Yeah, I think it'll work.
Yeah.
What was the?
I just need you to know, Spike. Me is a pronoun. So
Yeah.
please,
True.
if you don't use pronouns, don't use them at all, ever. Figure that out.
Right. I mean, take a stand, goddammit.
Yeah, geez, you can have stand-up pronouns and then use them right in your sentence.
Just made someone's day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, what was the name of that character that that was in that post-credit scene at the end of Guardians 2?
Oh,
Adam Warlock.
Adam
Oh,
Warlock.
yeah.
He's
that's
coming. He's coming. Yeah, he's coming. It's gonna be dope.
All over
Okay.
the
Did you see who they got? They got what's his face? God.
Oh, they have an actor for him?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
They have an
It's
actor.
from what are the Millers? The kid.
Yeah, we're the Millers guy.
Yeah,
that's gonna be.
I
Funny.
don't remember his name, but he's a real nervous-looking dude. But
They have all the ingredients for an Infinity Watch. They have Gamora. They have Pip the Troll. They have Drax. They have Adam Warlock. What else do they need for?
We've got Pip before.
Yeah, Pip showed up as a post-credit scene in the Eternals.
oh, somebody didn't watch the post-credit scene.
Oh,
You
yeah.
didn't see the post-credit scenes?
I haven't seen
He was
Eternals.
animated. So they had Pip the Troll, but they animated him like he was a cutscene from PS1. Like they did like a horrible job for some reason for that one scene.
Really?
Huh.
I liked it.
I liked seeing him. I just it was just uncharacteristically bad CGI for 2021. You know, watch it again.
It could have been a late game edition too.
Yeah.
Will
Poulter.
Poulter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the guy who's playing Adam
Thank you,
Warlock.
Anna.
The
I will
Infinity-
say this: coming in March, I will be insufferable, as we are getting both the Batman movie and then the Moon Knight show at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So like, I'm gonna be the worst for that whole 6 weeks or however long that goes.
You and me both, John.
Do you guys want to Boba Fett it up a little bit, or do you want to start winding it down?
Hey,
I love-
actually,
I haven't seen Boba
can
Fett
I
yet.
ask you guys? Has anybody here seen Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have
Oh
not.
my
I haven't.
friggin' god! Listen,
I have it, but I don't care about spoilers because it's just a show that
Me
I have no
neither.
interest in.
okay.
Yeah.
So I have to rant real quick because this is my jam. We've heard but 3 wacky name drops: Dollman, Batmite, and in the latest episode, Matter Eater Lad.
Matter Eater Lad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I never thought I would hear any show where they talk about motherfucking Matter Eater Lad.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, he got all mad, and I watched him eat a whole Wendy's one time.
Yeah. He got his order wrong.
Lad is
so
such a DC word.
Yeah.
You're real.
Lots of lads in DC.
Lots of lads.
Yeah.
But,
Was he a
I love the use of lad.
no, he's a hero. He's a hero.
Oh,
He's
okay.
Legion of Superheroes, though.
In his planet, radiation ruined everything.
Yeah.
So there was no food to eat, so they evolved to just eat anything.
Right. Right.
It's
Rocks.
insane. I love it though. Yeah, Peacemaker is really
Sand.
good. And it's so well paced. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
There he is.
Oh, I recognize that picture from somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, the fact that they're bringing that, they're bringing in these characters. I really kind of question. I was like, they're doing Vigilante. Like, what a real bland character. And then the
He
dude
did
playing
him so fucking
Vigilante.
perfectly, though, right?
Oh my God, he's freaking
Yeah.
phenomenal,
Well,
man.
yeah.
And I thought to myself, why would you have these two characters? And then I realized you know, in the 80s, Gunn must have read those 2 Paul Kupperberg runs, the Peacemaker miniseries, and then Kupperberg wrote the Vigilante series. That went like 50 issues. I think Alan Moore did a couple.
We got some White Dragon too.
Which White Dragon? Now we saw his costume in this last episode, which is way different than the one in Suicide Squad, in the Ostrander run of Suicide Squad.
But it does. I mean, I've seen some comics. It is from a comic because I've seen it side by side, so it does look very close. Maybe not the Suicide Squad run though. But yeah, it's really good.
They showed the costume in the show.
It's in the fourth episode. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because he goes back in and he gets all of his dad's helmets, all the helmets from his dad's place.
Yeah.
I
like it. I mean, there's a whole conversation about Batman, so I was excited for that.
Jeez, dog.
Yeah, I think the White Dragon. I think the costume that they took that design from is from a later appearance. Like he's not the original.
It's on the screen. Yeah, I mean that's pretty.
That's
close.
the one. Yeah,
just less buff.
I mean, it's more realistic, really. What I mean,
but
who the hell is doing something with those?
But yeah, they already cast the only person alive with quads like that as Peacemaker.
Right.
Yeah. So was he like ultra Nazi white supremacist in
Yes.
In
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's like DC Red Skull or some shit.
Kind of. He's much more just like most of his interpretations are much more like KKK than Red Skull style.
Yeah.
Like Red Skull's a Nazi, and I'm not excusing that in any way, but you know, let's be honest. At least the Nazis had like some kind of rules. You know what I mean? Like KKK guys,
say, like chaotic evil type shit.
Right? Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And then
by the way, I wanted to make a personal rule that I'm going to stop saying Nazi because that still does like this other thing as if American fascism isn't organic to who we are.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
And I know we so it's interesting they picked Adrian Chase Vigilante. I know we've seen him in the CW shows. If you guys watched Arrow, we've seen both Vigilante and Adrian Chase, but Adrian Chase was actually Prometheus in the CW, which was a weird thing to change that too. But I mean, I was like, whatever. I guess you want a guy that keeps shooting arrows because you know it's Arrow.
Yeah.
So, but this other version is so much more fun. Like the other dude was super serious, so this version of Vigilante is really fun.
Yeah. What do you guys think about the show overall? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I fucking love. I was slow to start it because I had no starting point other than Suicide Squad.
Right.
And then to me, it was just like, okay, he's a big doofus, right? And then he kills like the fucking best character in Suicide Squad movies, and I'm like, man, fuck that guy. And then I watch it. I'm like, how fucking ridiculously entertaining it is.
Right.
I'll have to give it a chance. I'm kind of in the same boat as Robo was. I just had zero interest. Like I wasn't against it. I saw that it was happening, and I was like, yeah, like nothing wants.
It is my hands down favorite show. Hands down favorite show right now.
It's really
love it.
Really good.
More than Succession.
I don't even know what that is, but
Succession is also very good.
But as far as superhero movies go, like superhero shows, this is easily top 3. And so
really?
I'll sell it to you like this: how much of Peacemaker's history do you know? How much?
Very little.
You read, right? I mean, little to none, right? And so what you do is you have no expectations. What you have is James Gunn doing James Gunn in this show, and you're like, all right. Tell me who the fuck this Peacemaker dude is, and it's fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
All right, I will give it a chance. I'll report next Friday.
Yeah, there's
tits.
100%.
Tits, you say?
Yeah,
rather large ones. Rather large ones.
Sold.
Yes.
Large tits.
Yes. Large tits. Large tits.
Do we see the top of those tits or the underneath?
You see all of those tits.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Peacemaker is fucking dope. Is dope.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Hey, so we can move on and we can do Boba Fett, or we can make like we know that next week is gonna be a Boba Fett episode.
Let's do a Boba Fett episode next week. I have a lot to say about Boba Fett, but I'm getting tie.
All right. So, LittenDraws. By
Yes.
your username, I know you are Ree's friend. By the way, for anybody wondering, Ree was not feeling well, and then she stepped away, and then is like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back." So wish her well, and hope she gets better. So
She was disgusted by your position on Marvel Voices, and
yeah, like
Slash.
wow, Outrider, cool. So LittenDraws, based off your username, do you draw things? Are you an artist? How did what do you do?
Yeah, I started a couple months ago. I'm currently trying to find the best way to move forward, and like
as an artist,
and like yeah,
Hmm.
and
Do you have like a website or anything that you wanna tell people about?
no. I'm still trying to like work on like drawing things like just from my head, because most of the things that I've drawn I look up and like how to draw, and then I try to replicate it as best I can.
Sure.
Which a lot of that has gone pretty well, but I'm just trying to because I was trying to watch like video. Oh, my Twitter name. Oh, it's the same. It's LittenDraws.
All right. Nice. Then the LittenDraws. All right, cool. I will make sure to follow you. Danny, what's going on with what's going on with the Next Issue podcast? What are you guys up to besides dropping 80 fucking clips a day, making me look bad?
We are on the way to 500 subs.
Oh,
we're only like 20 away,
awesome.
I think. We'll see.
Nice.
It keeps fluctuating a little. So we can unlock that precious community tab.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's fucking pretty dope. Like
yeah, no, I can tell.
You'll get it.
I'm
I
jealous.
can't really describe it to you.
Yeah,
you have to know it.
I get it. But
thank you, Judah.
We got a bunch of comic reviews this week. I read too many comics this week, so I reviewed a lot of them.
No such thing.
Dude, man, Judah, I was like, stop making videos. You've already like yesterday I was shooting more Marvel. Marvel had like 20 number ones this week. And I was like, yeah, this was good. Let me make a video for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we're doing that.
You're
and
a
then
content making machine.
For real. Like just anyone, if you guys like I'm not even kidding. If you are coming up on New Comic Book Day, or let's say it's happening, you haven't gone to the store yet, and you need to know, like, I don't even know what's good out right now. Go to Next Issue Podcast, and Danny is busting out reviews, and we'll go over them.
One free sub buys you years of content. Like, it's incredible.
Thank you guys. Yeah, but on Sunday we're either gonna talk about Strange Adventures by Tom King, Mitch Garrett, and Doc Shaner. If my co-host finishes reading it, if he doesn't, we're gonna talk about what our favorite project upcoming is for 2022. For me, there's a rule that I can't pick the Batman, because otherwise I would just talk about the Batman for 3 hours. So we'll see. Show up on Sunday, 10 a.m. Central on our channel, and you'll figure out which show we end up doing. So.
Dope. What is this from? Oh, LittenDraws. I just connected the DM. I didn't. I'm slow.
It's fine.
I was like, introducing yourself, and I was just like on the side. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks for the views. And then I saw you didn't make the connection. So yeah. Anyways, Miracle Man, what do you guys got? You just gonna be hanging out with us? Got anything going on that you want to talk about?
That's the main plan. Coming here and hanging out with you guys on Friday nights. Posting comics on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
I finally have an Instagram. If you want to go over there, same handle at Komodo1977. You know,
what is it? IG what?
At Komodo1977.
Any lewds?
Komodo?
No.
1977?
Not yet.
Yeah.
You can put your birthday in there.
What's that?
Put your birthday in there.
No, that's not my birthday.
You're such a dweeb.
Well, I am a dweeb. I didn't say that wasn't true.
That's true. Judah, we fucking interviewed somebody today. What happened? What was up with that?
Yeah, so we talked to Ryan Parrott today. You might know him from the Power Rangers. He's got a comic book called Rogue Sun coming out. This is gonna start with a Supermassive, which is a crossover between his character and Radiant Black.
Mhm.
Really, really solid interview. One of my favorite interviews we've done in a while. It was really good. I'll be in this space. I changed my Twitter handle, so now I'm Judah of Hearts. So that's where I live. Gonna be good. I'm going all in. I'm gonna be here every Friday. We're gonna be hitting the interview circuit hard. I'm a little nervous kind of saying this out loud because I haven't talked about this publicly yet, and only a small, very, very small group of people know. And even the ones who know.
Bye, Nick. Bye, Nick.
Oh,
maybe you
bye,
can
Nick.
Jeez.
Sorry about that.
We were like, oh, cool. Bye.
I was looking at chat,
talking,
and then I hit done instead of X, and it's.
I do that all the time. Sometimes I click back. I'm like, oh shit, that's the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave without saying something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so haven't talked about this publicly, and only a small select group of people even know about it, and even the ones who know only know the tip of the iceberg because it's way farther along than anyone could possibly imagine. But I do have something that I'm working on. It's kind of a project, and you're gonna know about it when it gets closer. But just keep your eyes peeled.
You don't want to say at least what kind of project?
No, not even gonna say that. I'm gonna say that it's a passion project that I decided to take all the way, and it's a lifelong dream that I believe will come to fruition. So,
can I make my guess now? Just for the record.
Sure.
You're going to do like paint yourself silver, get a silver surfer board, and just do a whole like you're gonna start cosplaying Silver Surfer at conventions in 2022. So you're working out.
You fucking
stuff.
I love that. That's where your mind goes.
That's what it's. But here's the thing, though. I told him to do it. He doesn't care. He's gonna actually do it with his dick out. It's gonna be all silver, and he's gonna take the board to the ocean, and he's gonna make videos surfing.
That would be cool.
Like
that's so small spoiler. It's not that, but
okay.
Yeah,
we'll make it that.
Obviously I'm here. I freaking love comics, and me, Judah, and Ree run this shit. And then of course all our supporting friends and family that come on and make the show what it is. I appreciate everybody for being here. Appreciate y'all for coming on. If you like politics, I know a lot of people don't, but if you do, I do another show with old Dane from Forced Adversity called Beta Boys. We got a website called betaboys.tv. Something similar for I Freaking Love Comics might be coming along pretty soon. But if you do like political, social commentary from the left side, check out betaboys.tv or go follow us on YouTube and Twitch. But that's it. Appreciate y'all. That is.
I had fun. It was nice meeting you all.
Yeah,
nice
sure.
meeting you.
And you're welcome anytime. If you want to just come here to bullshit with us and talk about comics and dick and anal, it's all up to you.
And underboob.
And underboob, overboob, all that stuff. All right. See y'all later.
What's up, friendly neighborhood nerds? If you want to hear interviews from industry pros, get first looks, and have access to endless comic content, wake up. Please wake up. You're in a coma.